What up, what up, what up?
Welcome to the first episode, the inaugural episode of the Most Improved Podcast. We're here, and we're going to be a basketball and football podcast. These two are your hosts. I'm here as a guest for the basketball podcasts. I won't be football. Don't know anything about football, but there will be different people. We'll have different people for football. We'll have special guests for one-off episodes, two-off episodes, whatever it may be. It's going to be a revolving door, but these two are going to be here the whole time. So I'll let them introduce themselves because they're pretty cool.
Hi, I'm Peter.
I'm Conor.
And like I said, they know like everything. They know basketball, football, shit like that. So today we're going to be talking about basketball exclusively, I think, because I'm here. But we're starting off with the East and West playoffs. All right. So our predictions for next season, who we think are going to be the top 10 teams, including like play-in tournament teams. That's 7 through 10. So yeah, we'll start off with the East. If y'all want to go first.
Yep. So my playing teams, I got number 10 seed. Yeah. I started the Detroit Pistons. I'm thinking, I know it's a hot take. I'm thinking they have a really good year. They got a good young core. Yeah. Cade, Jaden Ivey. I think Jaden Ivey is going to be really up there with Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
I got Cade, Jaden Ivey, even Sadiq Bey was going off at the end of last season.
Yeah.
They got a really good young core, and they're going to bounce back next season and put up a really good year.
I'm not going to lie.
No.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was going to say. No shot. Their backup point guard is Killian Hayes.
Listen,
when was the last time Killian played?
The bottom of the East though is not good at all.
No,
I don't think they're gonna be worse than the Wizards. The Wizards team is literally consisted around Bradley Beal and Kyle Kuzma. They have nobody else that's
there are two teams
good
better
to carry
than
them to the play-in tournament.
There are teams better than the Wizards that are better than the Pistons as well.
Monte Morris? Are we gonna forget about him on the Washington Wizards?
Monte Morris,
he's not.
Kristaps Porzingis. Will Barton?
Bradley Beal is.
Barton, you know me and Will Barton.
Bradley Beal has been an all-star before. The Pistons have no one that has shown anything. They're all young.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the one
thing. Cade is the one that can bring you
that is
far.
true. That is true. Cade could do that, but he hasn't shown that step yet. He was great last year. But I think to be a playoff team, especially, you have to have a solid, just stone-in star. And I don't think they have that yet.
I think Cade could take that second step like LaMelo did, though. I do think that's... Yeah. So, although I think that's a terrible take and that's stupid, but I can see where you're coming from. I can see where that's from. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, who's your number 9?
I got the Hornets number 9. I know they don't have Miles Bridges this year, most likely, but they're still a very solid team. LaMelo coming out as a star. They still got players like... What the hell? You still got players like Terry Rozier and
Gordon Hayward, right?
Gordon Hayward, yeah.
Cody Zeller.
Yeah,
Cody Zeller's a big part of that Hornets squad. Yeah. Let me tell you, big piece. He really moves the needle.
LaMelo's passing you down low though.
No shot. They just got that rookie. What's his name?
Mark Williams
from the Duke Blue Devils. Yeah. They also got the worst McDaniels brother. They got one of the Martins brothers. They have like the worst of the two brothers in the league.
Martin's not that bad.
They have the worst Plumlee brother.
Or whatever.
The Martins are not that bad. The one that he is good.
No, he's really good. I'm saying they have like the worst version of that.
He's not horrible though. Still though.
No, I know that's true. Yeah. They have Thor. They have Booknight, who I think is hopefully going to take that next step.
Yeah,
he'll be good. I have no clue. This team, I don't know. Without Bridges. Yeah, they're kind of fucked. I'm not gonna lie.
That's why I kind of at the 9th lead.
Yeah, I do like Steve Clifford though as their coach. They got a good staff there.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I think LaMelo. You're right. That's not a bad pick. I have them in play. Yeah.
Yeah, and then number 8 is also kind of a hot take. I got the Bulls dropping down to 8. I think the top of the East got so much better than the bottom that the Bulls are just gonna be they're gonna be sitting in the bottom middle of the Eastern Conference.
I agree with that. I mean, I am wearing my Levine shirt right now, but I agree.
I don't agree with that.
I'm with that.
That's crazy.
Because I'm thinking DeRozan in the Spurs, when he's on the Spurs, he's averaging like 20 points. Goes to Chicago, averages like 26-ish.
Yeah, something like that.
And that's his only good season in the past 3 years-ish.
Don't
to be an all-star.
I mean, listen. He was an MVP candidate in my eyes.
I know this year, I know. Yeah. But like he's still like 32, 33 years old. He's getting on the older side, and you don't really know how long he's gonna be great.
Levine is still there.
Levine's still there. And,
Actually,
Patrick Williams
the
still
Levine
there.
jersey, baby.
Patrick Williams, he was injured.
Yeah, I know.
Basically
and,
all of
and
last season.
Kobe
I think
White too. Like I know they got
Kobe
really
White's
good
off
pieces.
the bench too. They have
I know,
Lonzo Ball starting.
I know they got really good pieces, but I'm saying like the top of the East is just so much better than them. Especially they definitely showed that in the playoffs last year too.
Yeah, and I think they have depth, but a 30-something-year-old Goran Dragic, I think he's older than 35. They got Caruso is a really great bench piece.
That's true.
Io is a great bench piece. Kobe White's a good bench piece. So they have good. I guess they have good backup guards. The Dragic pickup at this point, I guess, with all those guys is pretty good.
He's only good in the playoffs, to be honest.
Yeah.
They signed Drummond.
Drummond was very good.
Drummond's a good pick.
Because Vucevic really struggled last season. I think to have that centerpiece off the bench definitely helped them with the depth.
Yeah.
So I don't see how they could be that low. I think they're definitely in the top 6 teams, and they won't be in the play-in.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know about that.
I can see that though. I can see it. I guess. All right, who's number 8?
Starting at number 7, I got the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think they have a repeat of what they did last year before the All-Star break.
Yeah.
They continue playing that well. And I think it would have been so much better if Jared Allen didn't get injured and if they didn't really have so many injuries on their team.
I think, it's really going to come down to injuries again. Rubio's coming back somewhere during the season, so that's going to be big. This is a fake mic, by the way. Like, you guys can tell. It's not plugged into anything. But yeah, so Rubio, hopefully he'll come back at some point. He was balling out for them. That was like a great rejuvenating season. That was such a great trade for them, too. Use him in the Karis LeVert trade just to get him back in the offseason. That's what I thought was going to happen with Joe Ingles and the Jazz, but didn't happen there. But I agree. I think that Cavs team, I think looking back, the Cavs and I think the Bulls, too, those are going to be 2 teams that, looking back, might be able to exceed expectations, where it's like the Bulls, they were the 1 seed for a lot of the year last year, or at least for the first half, a lot of the first half of the year last year. Then obviously the injury to Lonzo and the injury to Caruso. So that's pretty big, but I have very similar rankings to you so far.
That's crazy. The Cavs are a top 16.
I don't think so.
They don't even have Sexton back.
They're not over that hump yet.
Who cares?
The second they get Sexton back, they'll be good.
I don't care about Sexton is a great duo, but Sexton doesn't do anything other than score.
Yeah.
I don't see.
Him
That's true.
Him and
That's
Garland
true. He doesn't do
together,
anything other than
Garland
score.
together have so far.
Garland is enough. They have LeVert.
Yeah.
LeVert basically is just. He might be just as good as Sexton.
No, I disagree. Sexton
I don't know
is
about
a
scoring.
bucket getter.
Yeah.
Fine.
He gets you. But did you see him against Brooklyn in that triple overtime game or whatever? That was crazy.
He was the one to beat them.
Yeah.
But I don't think that'll be a big. He is a loss, but I don't think he's gonna do anything to Even they might sign him back.
No, I think they have the qualifying offer on him.
Even if they
he doesn't
don't
get anything,
I think they'll be better the next season. They got Agbaji.
Yep. Ochai's going to be good off the bench.
I think Mobley's going to take an even bigger. He was just a rookie last year.
Yeah,
right?
no, he's going to be great.
He's going to take a huge step up. Garland, I think, will even get better. Even though he was a great player this year, was an all-star.
Yep.
This team is very good, and
They got old veteran leadership and Kevin Love, too.
$28 million.
Championship calendar.
$28 million of veteran leadership, baby.
Yeah.
And as much as marketing is bad, I think he's a good piece.
He's a bucket getter, too. He's 7 feet tall playing small forward.
His potential is not fully unlocked yet.
He's like Kevin Durant, basically.
Sure.
But what I do like, a move that they made was bringing Isaiah Mobley on the 2-way contract. That was a big kind of Giannis and Thanasis move.
Right.
I like that. I was like, you got to make the stars happy. Evan Mobley's going to be that star. Keep him there, sign his brother.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good take. And then my 6th seed, so this is the playoff locks in my opinion, I got Toronto sliding in at number 6. I think their team really did not take a step back, didn't really jump forward, but they still got Fred VanVleet, All-Star, Pascal Siakam, Robin All-Star, but All-NBA third-team player.
Yeah.
He's still one of the best forwards in the league. And you got Gary Trent on that team, lights out. They got good defenders all around.
Scotty
Scotty
Barnes.
Yeah, Scotty Barnes.
Rookie of the year, Scotty Barnes.
Yeah.
No,
mentioned him.
That team is insane.
Yeah, I had this team lower, but this team is definitely. I see no reason why they can't be the 6th seed.
Yeah, and I have them lower too. But I did my rankings a little bit differently, but I did have them lower. But
I think the only thing that is keeping the Raptors from being a higher seed is their lack of having a proven and good center. I think Koloko, who was drafted from Arizona, he's a good defender, and I think even if he doesn't start, I don't know who will. Boucher maybe, or Chiwa.
Or yeah, because they could throw out 6'9" bodies, so
they could. Yeah, I guess play
Siakam
at center. I don't think that'll work, but no matter what, their team is going to be really good.
Yeah,
OG is a great player. Otto Porter's a good defender. Gary Trent. Last season, he was a great scorer.
Thaddeus Young.
Thaddeus Young, too. Good veteran.
One of the greats of all time.
Yeah.
They have Bo Cruz.
I like Ken Burch on their team. He's one of my
Ken
favorite.
Ken Burch is a good backup center, too.
Yeah. Absolute genius of a player.
I agree.
All right.
And my number 5 seed, I got the Hawks. The duo of Trae Young and DeJounte Murray, I think it's going to be an absolute killer lineup. I got John Collins is going to stay happy in Atlanta, I think, with his newfound lethal backcourt that he has. He's going to be happy catching lobs from both of them and just playing out of his mind.
I think so, too, and they're deep, too. I mean, point guard position, if you're backing up Trae Young, you could throw someone out there who's not as good as like a tie, or as a, what is it? Trey Jones is a better Jones brother, right?
Yeah.
It is Trey Jones. You're not going to need like a Trey Jones backing him up, or like a Dinwiddie had in Dallas last year, I guess.
Wait, no, Trey Jones is not the better one. My fault. It's Tyus.
No shot.
My fault.
No, I think in the NBA, I think.
No.
This is big.
Trey Jones played for Duke. Or they both played for Duke.
We're testing
but
how
Trey
good
Jones
we are as...
Trey Jones is on San Antonio.
It is Tyus. Yeah, it is Tyus who's the better brother. That's just bad NBA knowledge from us, sorry, guys.
So I was zoning out. I didn't hear what you said.
No, but basically... Everyone else, every other backup, they got Bogey, they got Justin Holiday.
Exactly.
They got all these brothers in the NBA. It's crazy.
Too, who could be gross.
Yup. They have the Jalen Johnson. He's solid, but they got AJ Griffin. They got Mo Harkless.
They got Kevin Huerter as well.
No, he's on the Kings now.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know why I said.
You got dealt. Yeah, so he's on the Kings now. That's a good pickup by the Kings too.
Oh, really? I didn't even pick up on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they got a fun team. They got 2 Holiday brothers.
That's true.
Really?
If they had the third one, they'd probably be a better team. But
yeah. Third one is
if DeAndre Hunter plays the whole season, look out for that most improved player. Maybe
potential.
That'd be big.
Not mine, but potential.
Right,
4 seed. I got the Sixers. They were the 4 seed last year. They're gonna stay at the 4 seed. Second round exit again, most likely. Unless they get Kevin Durant, they're not gonna be anything.
Did you just see them bring in the 37-year-old PJ Tucker for a 3-year, $30 million? Like, that's huge.
One of the tallest centers of all time.
It's a huge pickup right there.
That is a good pickup, though, for defense.
Wow.
Defensively?
No, he just sets corner on offense.
I want to know who your top 3 are.
Top 3, I feel like it's consensus top 3.
I had the Sixers top 3.
It's
not crazy to have them at 4.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, it's not crazy, but second round exit, they could be. You're talking about them like they're trash.
I'm not saying they're trash. I know Embiid, but Harden last year. I mean, I'm expecting.
I don't care how bad he was last year.
Harden was terrible for the Sixers.
He was bad.
He was pretty bad.
But still, like, he was not. He's still an all-star level player, even if he's bad.
Yeah,
but
they have Tyrese Maxey. They have Tobias Harris.
And he was an all-star last year.
Yeah.
But no, in the playoffs, he shit the bed. Like, really bad.
No, in the regular season, he really was not that good either.
No, in the regular season, he wasn't great, but he still, he put up Harden numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
So Harden's going to be Harden.
Not Houston Harden. No
way.
He's not getting that again.
Not even
But
Brooklyn.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I can see that. I do have them higher. I have them in my top tier of Eastern Conference teams.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're definitely top 4 for sure.
Yeah.
And then I felt like my top 3 was everybody's top 3, but like in a different order, I feel like.
Let's hear it.
But I got the Celtics at 3. They just went to the finals. They really did not go worse or better.
Yeah. Sorry,
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Producer.
That's true.
He's kind of shitting on PJ Tucker in the background.
I agree with that, though. PJ Tucker's an overrated. He's an overrated defender. KD absolutely killed him 2 years ago.
Wow, PJ Tucker, you're getting disrespected by our wonderful, beautiful producer Paul.
If you ever want to get on the pod, PJ, just ask.
I'm a fan of his. I had him in 2K and like 2K16. To be fair.
Wow, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Celtics
at 3 is blasphemy, by the way.
How?
That is
higher.
There's no shit. They are higher.
They are.
I don't think
you're a Celtics
they're
fan.
not one.
Keep the hat. By the way, look at Boston Red Sox.
I don't think they are higher than number 3.
They're better than.
That's my in the regular season. We saw it last year. They slumped and they came back. That's what's gonna happen. I feel like they always start slow.
They're not gonna start slow though.
I've been a fan all
You
my
know
life.
bad.
They
You know.
always start slow.
I'm sorry, I said
They
bad. You know
always
how
start
good
slow.
their lineup is. They got better
I
from
know.
last year. I didn't know how that was possible. But
They don't come
found
quick
a
like
way.
that. That's crazy because they did start off as the 11th seed. They were not like coming at all, but then
Exactly.
that's just fun. Sorry. Second half of the year, they came out like it was crazy.
They really did. Yeah, they came out of the shell for sure. Yeah.
No, because after I'm a Knicks fan, by the way. After that, R.J. Barrett game winner on them.
Yeah, that was when the energy shifted.
That
Jaylen
was
Brown
because I was like I was going crazy,
Someone said the exact same
posting
thing.
everything. Again, I'm a big RJ fan, big Julius Randle fan. You don't find those nowadays very much, but yeah, no, I think if Knicks aren't in your top three, that'd be crazy.
If they aren't one, that'd be crazy.
Actually, I
What?
feel like I should have put Knicks at like borderline.
They literally
Yeah,
beat the
yeah.
Celtics in the
Represent,
season
represent.
series last year.
Yeah.
There's fact check that.
No,
I
that's
don't think
kind
that's
of
true.
my bad. No, but like for me, like being a Celtics fan, they're not the they don't have to be the greatest regular season team. They're gonna make noise in the playoffs no matter what. So
that's true.
That's just from me. Like since Isaiah Thomas, even though they were the 1 seed that year, when he was MVP caliber season, they were the 1 seed, but they did even better in the playoffs, of course, until they got injured against the Cavs.
I do think that tension between JB and the front office is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, if they trade for KD, they're not going to be.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be better than they were last year.
I don't think they are either because the trades around that are what Marcus Smart,
they're
bench
not-
piece,
yeah.
JB, and picks.
It's probably White, Smart,
Yeah.
and Brown, and then picks.
And you're getting rid of your number 2 start. Sure, KD's better, but how much has Kevin Durant played in the past 3 years? Like 90 games.
And he hasn't, like, we clamped him in the last year's playoffs.
Exactly.
So you don't really know if he's taking a mental lapse from that.
And Marcus Smart, though he's overrated and he sucks, he's a good piece.
That's true.
Let me tell you,
Sure.
he's a good piece to have.
Let me tell you.
So-
Defoy, come on. Let me tell you.
I don't
Listen.
agree with that. They won't be better with Kevin Durant.
I think
But
based
let's-
on the pieces
well-
they're trading, they're the deepest team in the league. I got to give them that.
They
Their
really
team
are.
is they have the best backup point guard in the entirety of the NBA. So they are like they're there.
If they don't have to give up
JD
Brogdon,
Davis, I think
if
JD
they
Davis
still
is
have Brogdon, Katie, Tatum, and Robert Williams,
But you would consider that better than what Smart, Jaylen Brown
yes,
with
Katie's
Brogdon
better
off the
than
bench?
Brogdon's not going to be off the bench. Oh, Brogdon will be off the bench.
Yeah,
if they
That's what I'm
keep
saying.
them.
And he's
Yeah.
so injury prone anyway. You put him in an 82 game season with Kevin Durant, you're just gonna have what happened in Brooklyn.
Yeah. That's a good point.
All right.
And then for my 2 seed, I got the Heat staying.
I'm glad. Oh, I thought you were going to make
really
a mistake.
good. They're
Wow, Heat aren't even in my top 5. They were
That's
they were
crazy.
they're fringe playing for me.
What? Okay, well, I think this Heat team.
That's
I
crazy.
don't remember if they made any like major.
They didn't make many major moves. They lost PJ.
They
though.
lost PJ.
That was
That's-
huge. producer Paul is not gonna. He thinks they got better because of that. But
Listen,
come on.
listen. That game, I forget if it was like Game 5 or Game 6, where PJ was making everything from the corner against the Celtics.
Yeah.
In the semis. Like, yeah, that was a big piece, but they don't need him.
They don't.
They
Thank you.
literally don't need him.
I think Lowry's on the back half of his career.
Lowry's done.
He's gonna be like.
That's true.
Yeah, he's getting older for sure. Sorry,
I
he's
tried
getting
to-
older for sure, but like he's not. He's still not a bad player by any means. He's still
No,
a
I
very
agree.
good
Yeah,
starter.
big hustle guy, big locker room presence. But I tried to trade for his really cute ass last season in fantasy.
Yeah, it's really
And
thick.
after that, he kind of shit the bed. Like, I don't know. He has had seasons like this. I guess he had that one season in Toronto. He was an all-star, but then he bounced back. He had like 14 on Basketball Reference. You got to check Basketball Reference out if you have.
Get on BB Ref.
Beautiful site.
Yeah.
BB Ref, baby. Larry does have a back half, let me tell you. But basically, 2018-19 averaged 14. I think this is Kawhi year, right? 18-19. That is
Yeah,
Kawhi year.
yeah.
Oh, okay, so that doesn't really count. He had Kawhi in his team.
Was he an all-star that year?
He was an all-star
Yeah.
that year, but it was 14 and 9 with 5 rebounds.
It
The
was-
next season,
it was-
19 and 7.5 with 5 rebounds.
Well, yeah, I mean,
those are
that
just counting stats anyway. But
That year, he was Kawhi was sharing
Yeah,
the
it was
ball,
Kawhi.
not really sharing the
Yeah.
ball with him, you know.
but I don't know. A starting lineup of Lowry, Strus, Jimmy, Yurt, and Adebayo. I don't know. I guess we don't know if Yurt's going to start. He has a short leash anyway. Maybe Hero comes into the starting lineup. Jimmy gets
I don't
moved to the
think
4.
so.
They run small ball with Bam at the 5 and
It's
Jimmy
not-
at the 4.
No, it's not a crazy starting lineup
'Cause-
in any
But they're
circumstance.
just so good together. Their chemistry is amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think defensively, Jimmy and Bam are always going to be great.
Same with Kyle. Yeah,
Laurie, I don't think is terrible. Is he? I have no
No,
idea.
he's a great defender. Yeah.
He still gets a lot of charges called, too. Yeah.
Hero, I don't like. Robinson, I don't like.
Well, that's if he plays.
That's true. Yeah.
Hero's not bad. I don't know
Struce,
why.
I don't think is a good
Hero's
starter.
worse than
I don't
RJ
think Struce is a starter in the NBA.
Maybe.
I think in the modern NBA, Struce is a starter and he's a solid piece on a championship team. I just don't think this team is a championship team.
Okay.
I think
that's true.
I think Jimmy. Again, last year, how many games did Jimmy Butler play? I feel like he was injured
checked
for a
that
stretch.
earlier today. He didn't. He hasn't played it
57 games.
Yeah, he barely plays anymore.
Yeah, you're right. He hasn't played over 60 games in the past 3.5 years.
Yeah.
And I guess last year or 2 years ago was a shortened season.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
That's kind of the one. Yeah,
it's just always lingering injuries.
He's played 2 seasons over 70 games in his career. 1 season, the full season. So and that was when he was a sophomore. So we don't know load management wise. Is he? Can he take it?
It doesn't matter.
Bam was. Him and Kyle Lowry on the same team, load management wise. But then Bam was injured last year too. I don't understand Spo not playing Yurt as much, but I guess this season with PJ gone, they'll have to go to him. But we were talking about Martin Brothers; they have the better one on this team.
They do have the better one.
I'm talking myself into putting the Heat higher than I have them, but I do. I don't think they're top 3, but I do think they're a good team. I don't know. I struggle to see them being a championship contender, but I hope this is a bad take I have. We'll see.
I just still think they're going to be they're not really a championship contender. They're just
I don't think they are.
They're a really good regular season.
They're not
team.
better. I think regular season they are going to be better than a couple of teams.
Exactly.
But they're not better roster wise or just as a whole team than the Celtics, the Sixers, and maybe
the number 1 seed that I had them. Oh
yeah, and obviously the Bucks are just a given.
The Bucks, they're the best player in the world. They would have. They would have.
They would have won the finals if Middleton was healthy.
Did not get hurt.
And I'm a Warriors fan, and I say that
100%. But
I like the Warriors. Not a Warriors fan. I like the Warriors.
I was gonna say I thought you were a Knicks fan.
Yeah.
But I was like, you have one spot, and there are 2 teams that should still have been in the playoffs that you didn't mention yet. One of them was Milwaukee.
Yeah, well, that was.
And did we forget about the Brooklyn Nets? Have we?
He didn't even have the Nets.
I didn't
did they fall off the earth?
No, they did. Listen,
I didn't even think about that. That is crazy.
Because Milwaukee is the best team in the world. They have the best player in the world. Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday. Those are 2 of my favorite players. Like that team, Bobby. That team is insane. Brooke Lopez. That team. Yeah. They have the Tripper. They have Grayson Allen. They have Pat Connaughton. Jordan Nwora. Hopefully, he's going to come into his own.
Right.
Sandro. Summer League first team. That's our boy.
He was great.
Did you mention Drew Holiday yet?
No, he said Holiday.
Oh yeah. So they got a great team. I don't think they're going to be the 1 seed. They realize now. I think after they had a couple seasons there where they lost early in the playoffs was because they were just gunning for best regular season team, like those Hawks teams.
That's true.
In like 2016, where they just want to be the best regular season team. I think now they know kind of the value of load management, only playing Giannis like 33 minutes a game rather than really push him into the ground.
Yeah, last year they didn't play Giannis crazy minutes or anything.
And
he didn't even play. He played, 60 games maybe?
Something like that.
Yeah.
So I think they understand it. But I agree. I think if you're going on best teams in the league, I think they are the best team in the East. But I don't think that 67 games. I don't think they are going to be the 1 seed just because I think they kind of know the value of.
Yeah, no, I understand, but I just think best roster, even if Giannis doesn't play every game, Middleton, Holiday, good rotational pieces, really just stars on their own. They don't really need Giannis to win every game.
I'm hoping Middleton's back by the start of the season. That'd be huge.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
No, but the reason I didn't mention the Nets is because of all the drama that's going on. I personally don't think that KD is going to be playing ever again for the Brooklyn Nets. And I don't think he's going to get traded to Boston or Philadelphia. He's either going to sit out this season and wait. When is he free agent? Do you know?
3 or 4 years from now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's got that big contract.
Okay. Then
I'm a big KD hater.
He'll probably get traded then, this offseason or beginning of the season or whatever.
But, we've never seen a player of his caliber hit the market with that many years remaining. I guess that's the big talking point everyone says, right? It's like...
And Kyrie re-signed. Everybody's saying, that's probably for KD, but then KD coming out now, going against the owner.
Yeah.
It's it makes a lot of sense
that's
why
so
he wouldn't want to play again.
It's like, why... I don't understand how... him and Kyrie can go in, get whatever they want, right? You get Steve Nash in the first place.
And then
you get Blake.
Want to fire him
now they want to fire. Yeah. So it's...
They're honestly ruining like ownership in basketball.
Yes, because the player empowerment movement I completely agree with, but I feel like there's to a certain point where now it's like we can't trade KD to wherever we want because other players are gonna be like, wow, they like shit on KD when he was trying to get out, but in reality, KD and Kyrie both blew up that team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And with KD wanting to leave, Kyrie can't carry a team by himself. He's not that good of a player to carry a whole team by himself. And the supporting cast around the Nets is terrible.
Yeah.
Bruce Brown and...
Bruce Brown's not even there anymore.
He's on the Nuggets.
He's on the Nuggets. They got Royce O'Neal. I'm a big Royce O'Neal fan, though.
Yeah. Royce O'Neal's not going to be bad.
Yeah, but... No, you're right.
I think even without...
They have Shaq at the free throw line, too. Nicholas Claxton.
Yeah. I think even without KD, they're still a playoff team. Because Kyrie said he's going to play this season.
I mean... I don't think he's good enough to, beat teams really by himself.
They got Ben Simmons. They got TJ Warren.
Ben Simmons is horrible besides on defense. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Ben Simmons hater.
You can hate him, but even defensively, that's enough to make him a great player.
He was not a great player. It was good enough for him on the Sixers to make them win, but on the Nets, the good defense
he's going to be a good facilitator still.
It's not good enough.
They still have Joe Harris. They have Seth Curry. They have pieces to make them a playoff team. I think with KD, they're a championship level team. Without KD, they're still a playoff team.
With KD, they sucked last year. Without KD,
they sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, they suck overall. I do think I had an asterisk next to them. I think if KD leaves, I still think they're going to make the playoffs because in a KD trade, they're not getting nothing back.
That is,
you know what I'm saying? They're going to get it's Kevin Durant.
True.
Like we mentioned the Celtics earlier, right? They want Jaylen Brown. They want Marcus Smart.
Yeah, if they get Brown and Smart, they're going to be
that's a playoff
maybe
team
a fringe top 6 team.
Oh yeah, and I have them at 5 right now, and I think what you're going to get back from a KD trade is going to keep you at least in the play-in conversation, if not the playoff conversation. I would think, but I can understand why you don't
be swapping Hornets for them, and I'm keeping the Pistons. I'm riding on the Pistons, low key.
I can understand your dick riding the Pistons. What you are. I can understand why you're not big into. Oh shoot, my fault. Why you don't have the Nets there? I can understand that.
Yeah. I just don't like the Nets either.
That is crazy. I don't like them, but they are a playoff team.
Man.
What are you seeding? Eastern?
You want to go first, Big Man?
Yeah, I'll go first. I mean, we just did this whole... So, for the teams we didn't talk about, I had the Knicks at 10.
I had the Knicks at 10,
I'm a Knicks fan.
Yeah. Biased.
It was hard for me to even put them here. The East is so stacked. The Hornets was a team I was debating.
I think the Hornets are East.
You could even talk about the Wizards.
Listen,
but
they are.
The Knicks brought in Brunson, so their starting lineup's going to be Brunson. Who's their shooting guard?
It's going to be either Fournier or Quinn, but if Grimes...
If Grimes starts, I'll be happy.
But Fournier's getting $17 million a year, so for that money, he's going to be a star, or 18 at this point.
They have Barrett, they have Randall, they have Robinson, so their starting lineup is pretty good. Yeah. Off the bench, too, if Thibodeau finally is smart, he'll play Reddish more. He'll play Grimes more. He'll play Toppin more. They have a lot of young depth on the bench, where if they play that, I think they'll be a much better team.
I think Reddish. My take is Reddish gets dealt before the deadline. He's not
sucks.
on the team.
I hate that because Reddish is a great player. I think he can be I think his ceiling is higher than Fournier ever was.
I agree with that.
If they play him,
I don't know about that. Fournier was really good in Orlando.
He was a good scorer. I think Reddish is much better.
Look at the guys ahead of you. You got Derrick Rose. You got IQ. You got Quinn Grimes.
I forgot about. Sorry.
You got RJ. You got Fournier. I feel like it's so log jammed, and I guess D Rose and Quick aren't really wings.
Yeah.
But how are you supposed to get a lineup with? I guess I don't know. You have Obi at the small ball 5, but Hartenstein just came in for $7.5 million. So
Hartenstein's a good pickup too.
I think,
yeah. So I think even without Reddish, they have a lot of depth.
Yeah.
Where they're gonna be, even at 10 with this team.
Yeah.
They could have been even lower. So that just shows you how good the East is.
Oh yeah, that's true. They could have been higher in the standings. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I was like, wait a minute, but no, and I love that Brunson contract too. I know a lot of people were kind of shitting on it. Listen, I am with that contract.
It's not worth that much money.
But in 4 years from now, when the new TV deal comes in, that contract is going to look good. because
He's going down every year, too.
I think salary cap.
He's
Yeah,
not-
he's going. It's gonna be $24 million. The salary cap's gonna bump up like 10-15%.
I still think that's too much for him though. For just he's really just blown up in the playoffs.
No, I agree.
Like he was good in the regular season, but he blew up in the playoffs.
Going into it, I was talking with one of my friends, and we were going through what is Jalen Brunson worth, right?
Yeah.
What do we think Jalen Brunson is worth going into the offseason because the Knicks were planning on getting him, or it was rumored the Knicks were going to get him. This was during the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I'm like 4 years 100 is too much for me. I'd go 4 years 80, right? And then it's 4 years 104 in the end. So
Yeah.
I've gone through a lot of articles, a lot of stuff like that, and they're saying new TV deal is coming. So I don't know. I'm kind of a big fan of. At that point, that contract is going to look a lot better. A lot of players' contracts will. Like Mitch, I thought was overpaid, but 3-4 years from now, I think it'll look fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
So,
your 9?
9, this is hard. Wait, no. You know what? I'm going to switch it up right now. 9, I'll say, is the Nets. Just because of injuries and stuff, I'll put them there.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
because KD's not going to play full season if he does play. Kyrie's not going to play a full season. So that's the Nets. We already talked about them. I think the Raptors at 8.
Yeah.
They have a great team. They have a great starting lineup. But yeah, the East is again so
East
good.
is tough. Yeah.
So it was hard for that.
The East is just so top heavy though.
Yeah.
No, that's facts.
I think the Bulls at 7. We already talked about them. Hawks at 6. Cavs at 5.
Cavs at 5.
That's where I was gonna see them in the playoffs, but then it's like they're still too young, and you don't know about Mobley and Jared Allen's health and all those issues that they had last year. Like we don't know. Like there's so many uncertainties, and they weren't proven last year. Like they didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So they could have easily beaten the Nets in that game. I felt like though, if they had the roster the entire year, the Nets were no challenge for them.
Put Ricky Rubio on that team again.
Allen.
Yeah.
Going in that game, Allen just came back from injury.
Exactly.
That's,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like if they had more time to prepare.
You're right. Yeah, I can't see them making the playoffs, so I can.
Were you going to say something about the Hawks, too, when I said that?
Well, I was going to say, I think you have the Hawks low, but then again, when we get to my ranking, I have it a little bit different than you guys. I have teams, like I said, in tiers where they could kind of move around.
Yeah. Okay. Then right after that, I have the Heat at 4. So I guess I thought I had the Heat at 2 or 3. So, but I have them at 4.
I think
that's fair.
That is
I think it's
pretty
fair,
fair.
too.
I think the top 3 teams, I think those teams are much better than, not much, but they're better than the Heat. And so 3, I have the Sixers.
Yep.
I think the Celtics.
I had that too.
I don't think they're gonna be top.
The Celtics
I really
and the
don't.
Bucks are better than that. Like the Celtics just made the championship with no experience, and I think now that they are experienced, they've been there.
I don't know. Their stars, Brown and Tatum, are experienced through a playoff.
They've
hunt,
never
but
been
not,
to the championship.
Not the stars of the
And
playoff hunt either.
Tatum didn't play great. Smart turned the ball over a lot.
Smart?
I think now
Negative asset. Let me
he
tell
was. He
In
was
the
okay. It wasn't
finals,
negative.
you.
But
You're
he
losing
wasn't
elixir
great.
with Smart out there.
It's a negative elixir trade.
In the finals, sure, but we needed him in the Nets.
yeah, you need him.
We would not have swept the Nets without.
No,
Marcus
I
Smart.
agree.
We would not have,
Yeah, 100. You need Marcus
You
Smart.
did lose to the Bucks.
I'm just saying, though.
because of Smart.
Okay. Yeah.
That's true,
And
actually.
the Heat one game.
Yeah.
I'm just saying now that they've been there. Now that they've felt the moment, I think they're better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they'll be better than what you said, where they start the year off a little worse and then get better.
And
I can see them being really good. Their roster is just amazing.
And I could see. Oh, I hope I have this. Yeah. Oh shit! I don't even have it on my rankings, but I could see Tatum blossoming into an MVP candidate at this point.
That's true.
Like I could see him doing that.
I'm hoping for that, but
Yeah.
my worry about Tatum has always been consistency.
Yeah.
His first All-Star season, he was really consistent. Then the year after, he dropped off. Still was an All-Star, but we couldn't do anything in the playoffs, and that's obviously washed us.
Yep.
But just he needs to be more consistent.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
And then 1, I got the Bucks. Giannis is Giannis.
Yeah.
The rest of the team is perfect
So
around
good.
him. I think they'll win the championship this year if they're
They
all
definitely-
healthy.
They
I'm hoping
definitely
for it.
have the
If they're
best team in
healthy-
the league. Yeah.
If they're healthy, they would have won last year. If they're healthy, they're going to win this year. That's what I
Yeah.
say. Because Giannis, no one can stop him. he's the most dominant player in the NBA.
Yeah.
Our producer Paul has beaten Giannis in 1v1. By the way,
Yeah.
it's a disclaimer. There's one
So Paul-
person who can stop him.
If Paul was in
Yeah.
the NBA, but he's not, so we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I tiered mine out. We'll show this on screen so you guys can see it for y'all. But I tiered mine out. I have basically 3 different tiers. I have the top tier, which is teams you can't fuck with. Those are like those are the top 3 teams I think in the East. I have 1 in the West. The second tier is teams which are either like right outside those top 3 to. Well, I think there's a completely different level. They're not right outside those top 3. I think they're like a step below, and they're like they can range all the way from having to play 2 playing games to being the 4 seed. I have 4 through 9 there, and then I have 3 teams that I think could possibly be the 10 seed. Disclaimer: none of them are the Pistons because it's a shitty take. So the 3 teams I have tied for the 10 seed are the Wizards. I think Beal,
I don't.
healthy season of Beal. I think
Crazy.
you give him Kristaps Porzingis, you give Monte Morris. I'm a big fan of Monte Morris.
Monte Morris is not a scrub. That was crazy the way you guys.
Jay
talked
Scrub?
about him.
He's not a scrub.
But he's no. Come
He's
on,
not a great backup point guard.
He's no Kate
He's
Cunningham.
He's a starting point guard.
Is he
He's
starting?
not,
Yeah,
he's not a
starting.
backup point guard. He's a starter.
He's pretty bad. One of the worst in the league starting point guard.
Yo, don't disrespect.
I'm sorry, Monte.
Monte, please come on the pod. We could kick him out. But
Wow.
I'm a big proponent of Monte Morris and Will Barton. He knows we traded.
Will Barton, yeah.
We did a fantasy trade last year. I gave him De'Aaron. Well, he gave me De'Aaron Fox for Will Barton.
It worked out, honestly.
It did actually work out.
Yeah.
De'Aaron Fox was injured for me in the playoffs, so
Yeah.
it didn't even matter.
Yeah.
But
Exactly. Suck my balls.
But so I got the Wizards. I got the Charlotte Hornets, who I really hope they take away the qualifying offer on Bridges, because they
Yeah.
still have it out. There's no shot he should be getting guaranteed money. There's no way in
agree.
hell he should be getting any money because, I hope he goes to jail. Whatever happens, if the
Exactly.
allegations are true, which I believe they are, they seem.
Well, I mean, they can cover it up, though. Deshaun Watson got covered up.
No, exactly.
that's
That's
crazy.
so shot.
Yeah.
I don't know much football, but I do know that
66 million.
that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of liking that it doesn't seem like the Hornets are going to bring him back next year, but I do hope they revoke the qualifying offer, and I hope the NBA doesn't evoke the punishment that's there if you take it out late.
Exactly.
I don't even know if there is a punishment. I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like there is because I feel like they would have taken it out at this point. And then I have the Knicks as the 3rd team tied for that 10th seed.
It's reasonable.
I'm a proponent of the Knicks. I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
We just talked about them. I'm a huge Julius Randle fan, giant Randle fan. Can't really stand all the Randle slander. I understand it. I get he had an off year last year, kind of big stats guy. The team sucked, but I feel like 2 years ago was a bit of a kind of fluke year. Everyone was shooting 40% on the Knicks. The Knicks had something like 6 dudes shooting 40% or more from 3. They lost Balak, replaced him with Fournier, which would help when they made the playoffs, but they didn't even do that. So I feel like I don't know. I think this team is good. I think they have depth. I kind of want them to bottom out again. I want them to get a good draft pick. I think kind of tanking is the way to go, but I think Leon Rose, Tom Thibodeau, that's not their style. So I don't think they're going to bottom out. I think they're going to push for that 10 seed for whatever reason. You're not going to sell more tickets. I don't know. I think it's stupid, but I'd go to a game. So that's my bottom tier. Those are the 10 seeds, the teams tied for that. Then my secondary tier, like I said, these are teams that I think could all be interchangeable. I have them ranked like this, but like I said, I could kind of hear your guys' arguments for why you have certain teams where you have them. But I have the Bulls at 9. I think they're going to have a Knicks-like year where they blew up last year and they came back down to earth. I'm hoping they don't because DeRozan is my second favorite. I love DeRozan too. So DeRozan is my second favorite player. I like Lonzo Ball. Big fan of Levine, the most attractive man in the NBA after Frank Ntilikina.
That's crazy.
Kelly Oubre.
No shot. No.
Oubre.
It's
Oubre, he's beautiful.
Okay, we're not gonna get
go
into
on
it.
Frank Ntilikina's Instagram.
We're not
Go
doing
on
this
Frank
right now.
Ntilikina's Instagram. He's got a post on there. He is the most attractive man in the NBA by far.
That's crazy.
Followed by Zach LaVine. Zach
Sounds
LaVine is a
like,
close
sounds like
second.
Knicks bias to me from Frank.
Listen, I thought it was. He's on the Mavericks now.
Because we know Frank.
The Mavericks
Vogel.
are just the Knicks at this point. They got
They are.
now that Porzingis is gone, not as much, but they got ex-Knicks out the wazoo.
Knicks and the
What team is
Mavs.
Burks on right now?
Alec Burks is on the Pistons. He's on your 10 seed.
That's what I'm saying.
Him and Nerlens Noel, the best backup center in the league.
Yeah.
Maybe besides Bobby Portis, but
That's not true.
big fan of Noel. But yeah, I'm not hoping the Bulls have an off year, but I can see them kind of teetering on the edge. I think, like I said, I don't know. I think they're better than the Knicks. They definitely have more star power with DeRozan and with Levine and with Lonzo too, who I really wanted the Knicks to get. Screw you guys for tampering with Lonzo before free agency started, by the way. We didn't do that with Jalen Brunson. We did it the fair way. And it's kind of like, it's whatever. I do think they could be the 4 seed as well, though. That's why it ranges hard, but I think they're 9. I got the Raptors at 8. We talked about the Raptors a lot. Cavs at 7. So that kind of rounds out my playing teams. Then I got the Heat at 6. And I am standing by the Heat at 6.
It's not crazy.
I think it's a hot take.
I said it was crazy, but I forgot about my rankings.
I know Pistons is a hot take, but I think that's on the level of the Pistons being
It's
number 10.
not.
I really do.
It's just because the teams above that have much more depth.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that hurts the Heat.
Yeah, the teams I have above them, I have the Nets, huge asterisk right there. But the Nets, I think a KD trade, if the Celtics trade with them, I think that'd be crazy. But if they do, they get Jaylen Brown, they get a Marcus Smart.
It wouldn't help them at all.
I think that makes them a 5 seed. I think that they're better than the Heat in that scenario.
I think the ability of getting Brown and Smart would help them.
Yeah.
But if they get Brown and White, that will not help them at all.
I still think they'd be better than the Heat in that scenario. I
the thing in the locker room that Jalen would have with Kyrie too.
Oh, that's true. No, you're right. But the thing in the locker room with him and Brad Stevens is maybe not locker room, but management. That's not going to be too pretty either.
That's true. Yeah.
I got the Hawks at 4. I liked what you said. They got that dynamic duo. Dejounte Murray, huge fantasy piece for me last year. We're going to talk about fantasy is going to be another thing we talk about. By the way, this is late in the podcast to bring it out, but fantasy basketball, and these two will probably talk about football. I'm in a couple of leagues. I had no jack shit, but basically, fantasy basketball, baby. Dejounte Murray was huge, big 3rd round pick for me. That's my spiel there. That rounds out my tier for that. So 4 through 9 is Hawks, Nets, Heat, Cavs, Raptors, Bulls. That's my 4 through 9. Then
Very
top
reasonable.
3, I got the Sixers as a 3rd seed.
I still don't get it.
I really think I read a lot of athletic articles and they were pretty high on the Sixers coming into this year. I think it was David Aldridge maybe. Shout out David Aldridge. Shout out not even 2K. We have multiple pictures from multiple years with David Aldridge just randomly.
David, get on the pod.
Yeah, please get on. We would love David
you,
Aldridge
bro.
on the pod. We could pull out the old pictures. And then I have the Sixers, then I have the Bucks at 2. I agree. I think the Bucks may be the best team in the world, but I think the Celtics have so much depth that they may outpace the Bucks in the regular season and in the playoffs.
In
A
the
conference
playoffs.
finals
Yeah.
of the Celtics and Bucks would be insane. I don't know if it happens, but that would be like my dream matchup.
I think it could happen, and I think you're right. The Celtics could outrun them, but that's the problem. What happened last year is we outran the Bucks, and we got tired. And the Heat, we shouldn't have gone to 7 with the Heat, in my opinion.
Yeah.
We should have finished that in 6.
Because they're 6 seed tops.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. And then the Warriors, I think we really had a great chance of winning that game or winning the series if we weren't so tired from the bloodbath between the Heat and the Bucks.
Warriors were the better team.
I was in Massachusetts for that. I had a college orientation, and everyone was Celtics fans. It was
It's really good.
pretty huge.
Really good up there in Boston.
Yeah. So they were. It was interesting because I was also rooting for the Celtics. I wanted a Game 7. I wanted to see Golden State Celtics Game 7
Exactly.
at the Oracle. That would have been sick. Is it Oracle still? Or Chase Center now?
It's Chase Center. Yeah.
It's Chase Center now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm very, very sorry for being wrong.
Come on.
Guys, please forgive me. 9 Bucks number 2, Celtics 1. So yeah.
Yeah.
Should we do the West?
I was thinking.
Should we just go to the next thing?
I was thinking West, baby.
You want to do West?
I was thinking West. Do you want me to start this one?
Yeah, you start.
you start.
I had this one tiered again.
I got some hot takes in my West. By the way.
Shit.
After your Pistons one, I don't want to hear
No,
it.
I think I gotta do steam your take.
I'm gonna start off by saying the San Antonio Spurs are gonna be the worst team in the league this year. They're gonna be absolute zero. They have my most improved player on that team, but they're gonna be the worst team in the league.
That's not gonna happen.
I love Pop. Spurs are my second favorite team in the entirety of the NBA. They're gonna be the worst team in the league.
Tough.
That's my take. come back to this clip, the Spurs are going to be the worst team in the league. I'll bet you both $20.
I'm not betting anything. It might be true.
So my 10 seed, again tied for 10th, I have the Trailblazers and the Kings.
Okay, I had the Trailblazers at 9. So
Okay.
Which I have Trailblazers at 10. That's not bad.
Yeah.
And my 9 seed, actually, I really think that it's going to bite me in the butt. I have these tiered again, and I have 2 through 9, which I think is too big of a span of ranging teams.
Yeah.
But I think the West is just so crazy that it can be like that. I feel like
I
feel
think
like
2
it's so
through
hard
9
to.
is pretty absurd. I think
I agree.
Because I feel like the top teams are better
I feel like
than
top
the bottom.
3 is pretty. Everybody should get the top.
I
No,
disagree.
I feel like
I
there's
disagree.
top 2.
Actually,
There's top 2, and then there's a range, and then there's another thing after that, and then there's the worst team.
Yeah.
So there's like 4
Jazz,
groups.
Rockets, Thunder, and then the worst team like the Spurs. Fucking
Maybe.
remember that. So it's I'm sorry. Sorry, producer Paul's giving me the cute eye. You know him. You guys have no idea who the fuck he is, but he's cute. Ladies, hit him up. But I have the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard is Damian Lillard.
Come back.
He's insane.
He's gonna be ridiculous.
Oh yeah, him.
Like always.
Anthony Simons. They got
Simon's one of my really good players from next year. In
Oh.
my opinion. All-star caliber, I think.
Wow, in the West,
That's crazy.
I find that crazy.
I think.
That's worse
That's
than his.
crazy.
That's worse than his Detroit Pistons
If
day.
Garland could be an all-star, and for
DG.
The fact that you just said
DG,
that.
they were a 4 seed when he made the All-Star game.
Garland was the worst player in basketball his rookie season, and he came out this strong and be an all-star. Pause.
Okay. All right, no, that makes more sense. That makes more sense.
Simons was never the worst.
Okay,
by the way, Garland
worst.
was not the worst player in basketball.
DG, watch.
That is a very
He was one of my favorite players
that's a
coming into the
very
league.
bad thing
He
to
was
say.
he was horrible.
He was okay. He was
In his
bad.
rookie season.
RJ may have been worse than him.
Thank you,
actually.
Dave.
I don't know. I don't
Okay,
know about
but okay, and Garland last year, I don't think Simons can be that with Dame on his team. He can't.
that's true.
I think he'll be tough though. I think he'll be tough.
He'll be
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah, but I think those two plus
Well,
Jeremy Grant.
He can probably replace the CJ role
No,
I
probably
think
not.
in the scoring.
Maybe in a way.
Scoring.
Sure, in a way.
Possibly, yeah. I don't know how
He's
much
more
I
of
like
a
that.
pure guard than CJ is.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's true. But
But-
I'm saying like
but CJ was short too. Yeah, I think that backcourt.
feel like he was
They're gonna
too
be
good,
shitty again. They have the backcourt of 2 guys like 6'4"
Yeah.
under. Like
Yeah.
that's never a winning backcourt. I guess unless you're
They're
the-
just. I feel like that team
um,
just can't do
Hawks.
anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I do like the pickup of Jeremy Grant. Nurkic I thought was overpaid, but it's Nurkic. He's been there his whole.
Yeah.
Besides, let's not forget about the Denver Nuggets days.
Yeah.
But he's been
Yeah,
there basically his
for a
whole,
while,
whole
yeah.
career. He's
Yeah.
not running from the grind either. Mostly because no other teams want him. But Gary Payton is a huge pickup
Great
from the
pickup.
Warriors.
I agree.
Great pickup.
GP2.
defensively, yeah.
G League beast, NBA beast. He's amazing.
Great defender to have.
He's a very sleeper pick for Depoy, but like he's
I don't think he'll get the minutes.
okay. Like I'm saying, he's
Yeah.
very sleeper.
Very sleeper.
Very
Like,
sleeper.
very
No.
sleeper. Like don't even have him in your radar.
Nah,
Yeah,
he's
like,
like in
don't
a
even.
he's in a coma.
Like
for
if
that,
we're
no
betting
way.
man, if we're betting man,
If we're betting man,
he's
don't
like
even
plus 3,000.
don't even put a
money on
cent
it,
on
yeah.
that.
He's
There-
like plus
There's
3,000.
no way he gets that.
Maybe
But he is
lower.
a great defender. That was a good pickup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great pick. Him and Jeremy Grant, I
That's it.
think, are going to add a lot to.
Yeah.
Because Jeremy Grant,
He's
I
a
think
defender.
he chose to take on the bigger role with the 10
Pistons.
seed Pistons for some reason.
They sucked.
Um,
I think now he just wants to win.
But when he was on the Nuggets, he was a great defender, a certified role player.
Yeah.
So he was very good, and I think that's kind of the Bruce Brown role now for the Nuggets team. But I think Nasir Little's going to be good. Shaden Sharp, I hope he comes out good. Same thing with Nasir
He
Little
got
with their
injured.
injuries.
What
yeah.
was his injury? Yeah.
No idea, but
And Shane Sharp hasn't played basketball in 2 years.
No, yeah, but Josh
Or
Hart,
a year, whatever.
Josh Hart, him
Good player.
and the guy on the Spurs are 2 of my top guys for most improved player.
Oh,
Josh
you're gonna
Hart's
say the
get.
guy?
I'm not gonna say it, but it's obvious. You guys should know who it is at this point, but we'll get there when we get to that segment. Josh
Two or
Hart,
three guys like
big fan of Josh Hart. When we talk about fantasy, that's the fantasy guy. I want him on my team at least. So those are my and then the Kings. Kings are gonna be sleeper guys.
Don't even
Kings
talk.
are gonna be
I-
higher.
Okay.
No,
No. Kings might be higher.
I
The West is also good, where the Kings are not better.
Have
than
we
any
forgotten
of the
about Sacramento, everyone?
Listen,
Sacramento
listen.
Kings.
Let's go on to
Listen,
the other
I know.
teams because
They have Matthew Dellavedova,
they did sign him.
I know I have Sabonis and Fox. They're both great.
Kevin Huerter, Malik Monk.
Keegan
Malik Monk
Murray.
shot almost 40% from 3.
Okay.
Terrence Davis, really good.
The
Off
Kings,
night.
The Kings have not made the playoffs.
They got off night. Off night's
The Kings
good.
have not
My
made the
fault, my
playoffs
fault.
since you weren't even born when the Kings made the playoffs.
That's
Like-
disrespectful. I was born.
I don't think you were.
I don't think you were. They
I don't
haven't made
think you
the playoffs
were.
in a while.
What?
Yeah.
When was the last time the Kings made the playoffs? I'm
It was
older
like
than
probably
16 years old.
2003 or 4.
No, what?
Yeah, they haven't made the
I think
playoffs in
so.
a while.
Yeah.
It might be 20 years or something.
I feel 2006.
2006, my
Oh.
fault.
I was
Okay.
15 years old at that point, guys. I was born. Don't even worry about it.
I was not even born yet.
That's crazy. Yeah,
I was born.
that's crazy. Yeah.
Barely.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
go to the
Let's
other
not-
teams. These teams suck.
Do you guys want our social security numbers next? So basically, we got You're right. That team is kind of
It's Dookie.
yeah. I mean,
It's-
Rashawn Holmes off the bench.
Their starting lineup
That's
is
crazy.
Fine. Their
Him
starting
on
lineup
the
is fine.
bench.
They got to get rid of Rashawn Holmes. I think get him to a better greener pastures. I'm a big Rashawn
Green
Holmes
pastures,
fan.
yeah.
I know you are too. Huge.
I love
Holmes fan,
Rashawn
yeah.
Holmes, but
Yeah.
he's had some problems.
I think they got a really good team around. They got Kevin Huerter and Malik Monk. And Harrison Barnes, Keegan Murray. Those are 3-point shooters right there. Those guys
Harrison
can all
Barnes
shoot at a
is-
clip of 36
Harrison Barnes is
plus.
one of the best veterans in the league.
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like.
And they all shoot really good from three. You got De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis, great pick and roll duo. De'Aaron Fox, second half of the season, when he wasn't injured and not playing for my fantasy team, was amazing. He was so
He's
good.
got to be better though.
He was like 29 points.
He's got to be a better complete player.
I don't know about that.
Complete, yes.
Completely, he's a great complete player. De'Aaron Fox is amazing. One of the
No, I like De'Aaron
One of like
Fox.
2 players I think who had not made an All-Star team and gotten a max contract coming off of his rookie deal, and it looks
East
like
has
that.
always been good. I don't think he's ever really.
He might have like a season.
The
Uh,
West,
East.
the West,
My fault.
the West guys.
I'm
Let's,
sorry.
let's please get this right. But no, you're right. I don't know. I can see. I don't know. I'm interested, guys. I'm interested to see how that team does.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's my hot take. I think they're gonna be really good. But I got my next team is the Los Angeles Lakers.
That's fine.
That's fine, but I don't have them.
I had them just as low, and then I was like, no, I got to put them higher.
I don't have them in my
Because
plan.
if they're
I don't have them in my plan. I don't think
in the
if
playoffs, right?
no, I don't have them either. Again, I don't think they're making it.
You're gonna look back on that and be.
Listen,
This man does not have the Nets or the Lakers in the playoffs.
Listen,
that is crazy.
listen.
I hate both teams.
Listen.
But they have two of the best players to ever play
I know
the game.
they had them last year too.
I don't care. Okay, number one, the rest of the Lakers was not healthy, and they have no depth at
Anthony
all.
Davis is
He barely
becoming
played. And he
washed.
sucked.
He's becoming washed.
Okay, that's ridiculous. Just stop. No, don't clap. Anthony, I'm sorry, bro. You're not washed. He's been injured for the past 2 seasons.
I don't care. When he
Washed.
plays, he's not good.
Washed.
When he
He
plays, he's not
was
good.
not good last
Washed.
year. He was terrible last year, okay?
Yeah.
But he's
I just-
not washed.
I remember when people said he was better than
He's only like
Giannis.
29, right?
Well, I mean, sure.
He's still,
He could
he's
be
still-
21.
He's still in the
Washed.
prime of his career.
He's got really a point. Kieran,
No,
he
but-
knows what I'm saying.
But what I disagree. I think the Lakers are going to be a take we look back on, and they're going to be higher,
Yeah.
and we're going to look back on it and be like, oh, we should have seen this because
That's
LeBron
why-
James is 55 years old, but he's still insane.
Exactly.
He's
That's
still
why
LeBron
I
James.
didn't. I was gonna have them at 9,
But
10 maybe,
they
but I
have
was
no
like,
depth.
they have
I don't
zero
know.
depth.
I'm going back and forth.
Their team is terrible.
Yeah.
But LeBron and AD they have Westbrook. Westbrook is not a scrub. He's not great, but he's not a scrub.
Westbrook.
They had
People
these
talk
three
about
players
him like he's
last year.
terrible.
They had these 3 players
No, you
last
know what?
year, and you know,
Okay, AD
you know,
played like-
you know damn well they're not going to play. The
What
entire
did
season
AD?
together.
I want to know how
They're
many
not
games
playing the
he
entire
played.
season.
No, you
together.
know what?
Exactly,
You know
they're
what?
not playing the entire season.
I'm with you. I'd like to redact what I said about the Kings and the Trailblazers. The Lakers are going to move down because the Lakers are not top 9. The Lakers are in that 10.
Exactly.
I think they're fringe because the Trailblazers. I like the Trailblazers and I like the Kings more. But by the way, back to the De'Aaron Fox take. De'Aaron Fox, his last 25 games, he didn't play much at all last season. He played how many games did he play?
AD played 40 games last year and then 36 the year before.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
No,
play.
it shows you that he doesn't play.
Watch.
He's been
too
injured.
prone.
He's
Injury
been
prone.
injured. Okay, fine. He's been
Injury prone means
He's injury
you're-
prone. He's not
Think-
washed though. When he
Think of Yao Ming, injury prone. He had to retire.
Shut-
he
he
was
wasn't
washed.
washed.
he was
Don't-
never
don't
washed though,
disrespect
bro. He
Yao.
was
He had to
always
be-
good.
he had to be
Disrespect
washed.
Yao.
That's the first thing that came to mind. That injury prone. I was thinking Greg Oden
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
but he was
the
never
OG.
good. He was never that good.
Greg Oden?
Don't disrespect.
Greg
Yao.
Oden was not.
Don't disrespect.
Okay, Greg. Greg Oden never had a chance.
Paul
to
did not like that take, bro.
Greg Oden never had a chance to be great.
That's what I'm saying.
Great. I'm sorry. I don't know if he ever would have been great. He never had a chance to be himself.
By the way, I would like for you to redact your statement about.
Do I have to apologize?
I want you to apologize to De'Aaron Fox. Last 25 games, I just want to read off these stats to you. These are just counting
Shot
stats.
35 from
no
three.
advance. 27 points a game, 6 assists,
I would like to see his
4
advanced stats.
rebounds, 50, 36, 75
35.
splits. And that's the last 25 games. The last 14 games, he was averaging 29 points with 39% three-point shooting.
Very small sample size, but still, yeah.
I just...
Very good end of the year.
It is a great end of the
De'Aaron
year.
Fox, guys.
Great end of
59,
the year.
in his 59 games, basically
I
half of them he averaged
apologize.
27.
I apologize.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But still, he still isn't.
The Grizzlies are the 8th seed.
I
have no problem
That's
with that.
that's a
Memphis
take.
Grizzlies
I have them that low.
That is a take.
I had him
I
lower.
love. I love
I had him
that.
lower.
Yeah, I had. Him
I
at
thought that was
7.
gonna be a hot take. I'm
I
not
had
gonna
him
lie.
7, but like I love that take.
The West is
'cause-
good too. Like,
And it's not only that, Jaren Jackson Jr. is missing a lot. He's so injury prone. He can't even stay on the court when
Forgot
he
about
can't
that.
even stay there when he's
is that
on
why
the
you
court.
have an asterisk?
That's why I have an asterisk next to him because of injuries.
Yeah.
But I think they'd be a better team had he played. Ja, last year the injuries were a little bit scary.
Yes,
Tyus Jones,
I
Trey
think
Jones.
I think like this is probably like a really bad take, but
Yeah.
I think Ja's gonna have a D Rose type of career where he's
Oh, I
gonna
hope
be
not.
really like I don't hope it either, but like you know what I'm saying, like he's the athletic guard that's just he plays just like D Rose in his prime.
I
He's gonna
think
be much better than
it's
D-Rose ever
more
was.
so a Russell Westbrook in his prime. I think
Maybe yeah.
he's got the athleticism of a Westbrook, of a D Rose. You're right.
He
But
can't ever average triple double.
I don't. No,
Well,
he's not gonna
we're
average a
not-
triple.
yeah.
No one ever gonna do that again.
You're right.
That's a hot take.
That's
Probably
hot
not.
take.
I don't think so.
Giannis could.
Giannis,
That would be tough.
no, Giannis
That'd be
can't do
tough.
that.
No, LaMelo, I could see doing it.
Oh, Lamelo could. Lamelo could.
I don't know.
But I think the big thing, Luka could do it. But the big thing is,
2K.
2K Luka could definitely do it. But Ja, I don't know. He's the athletic point guard, but I don't know. I hope he doesn't get injured. But you're right. I just that Derrick Rose, I can't see him having that career arc with the kind of the way the NBA medicine works today and stuff like that. I feel like
They do handle the injury better.
yeah, the injuries are like KD. Sure, he's been injury prone.
And
the last
Rose
few
was
seasons,
overplayed.
but he's still been KD.
Yeah.
like he's still been that guy.
Yeah, if you're good, you're gonna stay good.
Like like in the D
is
Rose
true.
case, he didn't get injured that long ago. It was within the past decade, but it's still
Yeah, D Rose got an ACL tear at what 25,
He tore both
26.
his ACLs.
Something
He
like
tore
that.
the Knicks
No,
the first time he was on the Knicks.
no, he tore that later. He tore it much
definitely
later.
hurt something on
Oh.
the second time in the Knicks.
But after his first ACL tear, we've seen a lot of stars come back. Katie came back better.
That
Almost
was
better.
Achilles, but yeah.
Yeah.
Levine
Oh,
had
Achilles, sorry.
an ACL.
He had an ACL tear.
Yep.
He came back much better.
Yeah.
So
there have been
Sure.
players that have come back from injury and showed you that it doesn't matter.
yeah, and especially like where we are medicine wise.
Yeah.
But also,
I
D
could-
Rose, when he came back from the initial ACL, he was still D Rose, but he just kept getting injured and injured.
No, yeah, you're
That's
right.
true.
You're right.
That's true.
But I do hope that doesn't happen to Jock because
Yeah.
he is so fun
I
to
don't
watch.
think
Such a
it
great
will.
player. Even if he
Yeah.
wasn't fun to watch, even if he sucked as a player, I can't wish
Never
injury
wish
on
that
anyone.
upon
And I know
anyone.
you're not wishing on him, but
Yeah.
I
No, I'm
just hope that
saying,
doesn't
like,
happen. Yeah. T Wolves at 7.
I got T Wolves at 6.
I have a much higher.
Rudy Gobert,
Yeah.
Carl Anthony Towns.
Thank you.
Mr. Gobert.
They're a good team. I have teams ahead of them that. Now this is like I said, 2 through 9. I had all in the same tier.
I
But-
don't understand that.
I think they're all interchangeable. Now looking back at my Lakers pick, I think that's a shitty pick. I think they're in that 10 tier because I'm gonna actually do that right now.
I really hope your 1 seed is my 1 seed.
It's not going.
I think our
to
1
count.
seed should be the same. I don't know.
I really hope.
I
it's
heard
the
what you
team.
said.
I heard
Yeah.
he said that's not mine.
That's mine. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay.
So I think the T Wolves are phenomenal. They're going to be running on all cylinders. Tim Connolly's done a great job building that team.
Yeah, I agree.
He basically did what he did. I read something. I think he traded. Who the fuck was it? Whoever the Beasley guy,
Michael Beasley.
Malik.
Beasley.
Yeah.
Is that actually his name?
Malik.
The guy
Is it
that,
Malik? That's so funny.
Yes, Malik was on the Wolves.
That's so
that
funny.
just got traded to the Jazz.
Yeah,
Malik,
yeah.
I really feel like that's not
Michael.
that's Michael Beasley. Wait a minute. I really
Michael
for some reason
Beasley
can't
is-
remember that being his name, but it is Malik Beasley.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't think it was him. He's been traded by Tim Connolly twice in his career. First from Denver to Minnesota, and now from Minnesota to where's the next destination?
Utah.
To Utah. Oh, that's a shitty. Him and Patrick Beverley, or him and Jared Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt's good.
Vanderbilt is good.
Yeah, but Vanderbilt was on those Nuggets teams and got traded to the Wolves by
wow.
Tim Connolly.
Yeah.
And he got traded twice. So that was a pretty funny thing I saw. That may have been John Hollinger who did that on the Athletic. Get an Athletic subscription. Athletic, please come after us because I read a lot of your
Sponsor
articles.
us.
Please sponsor
I don't know
us.
if you could, but do it.
That'd be great. Especially in the inaugural episode, like we're big. We're big at this point. Like we have so many people who watch us and love it. So please, I think it's a money investment worthwhile. 100%.
For sure.
100%.
I got a question for you though.
Yeah.
Is for both of you actually, is Cat top 3 center? In my opinion, he is third.
I have to think. Who's Jokic is 1,
Jokic
Embiid
easily
2.
1. Jokic and beat Cat. That's me. That's
I think Bam is just as good as Cat.
no.
I have Rudy.
Things that Bam
I have
beat
Rudy ahead of
defensively.
Cat. I have Rudy
Well,
ahead of
actually,
Cat.
I just thought about that.
Is Cat a 4 at this
really,
point?
Yeah.
I mean, last year I think he was a 5.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
because they had Jared Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
So I think
he's a stretch 4-5.
I could see
5.
Cat being the third best center, but I think Gobert is a top 5 defense in and of himself.
He's like top 3 defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Bam
to get a
is a
player
great
like
defender, too.
I don't understand. Well, Bam is a great
Bam could score too.
Bam can score too. I think Bam. I think
facilitate.
Bam is top 5 center wise. I think I'd consider him when we get to my tier rankings. That'll be the next time I'm on. I have tier rankings. I have Bam right outside of the All Stars and All NBA tiers. I have Rudy Gobert and Cat in the All NBA and All Star tiers,
Okay.
and I have Bam in a tier right below that. Tiers also
crazy.
inspired by John Hollinger. The Athletic.
Thank you, John.
Former Memphis Grizzlies executive.
Interesting.
So
We're not gonna talk about
completely
that.
random stuff. Get a subscription for the Athletic. Please sponsor us.
Do it.
The Pelicans are my 6th seed.
Pelicans I have in the play.
I have him lower.
I have-
No. I think that is fine.
I think
I was
Yeah.
debating the Pelicans or
I was
the
debating them
Grizzlies
higher,
being
too.
in the playoffs.
we gotta get producer Paul his own episode just to himself. Like just while we're recording, get him.
The life of Paul. The life of
Pelicans-
Paul is very.
The life of Paul.
Yeah,
is
the
insane.
Pelicans are not a bad pick.
Yeah, you're right.
I think they could be that high. Yeah.
Like I said this once they finished the playoffs and how good they did against the Suns. I think next year if Zion comes back healthy, they can be a potential 3-1 seed in the West.
can be a 1.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
think so.
Can't be
Their
one,
team
though.
is really good. Alvarado, Herb Jones bring the defense. What is going on?
Paul. Sorry about that. Paul just tickled my feet.
I think that Jose Alvarado and Herb Jones are
Herb.
Herb Jones.
Yeah, Herb Jones. Yeah.
they're two of the best defenders. Like
Yeah.
they're two of the best defenders in the league.
Yes.
Wait, who'd you say with Herb Jones?
Jose Alvarado. He's really good.
He's a good defender.
He's strapped. He's
not
like Pat
one
Bev.
of the best.
He's like Pat Bev.
He's Pat Bev. Yeah, okay.
But like he's better at defense. He doesn't talk as much.
Yeah.
But,
no, he talks a lot.
Pat Bev overrated.
Not as much as Beverly though. Are you kidding me?
Nah, that's facts.
But
Pat Bev overrated.
no, I think Brandon Ingram is gonna be a 25-point per game scorer next year if Zion.
Yeah.
Even,
I don't know,
even,
no,
even if Zion is there.
Okay, they also have McCollum. I don't think that's
Exactly.
possible.
CJ.
They each can't
No.
score
Okay.
like 20
Zion
points per
Zion
game.
like 25. Brandon 25. CJ like 18.
Oh, by the way, Zion makes 60% of his dunks.
He's
Okay.
a big proponent. He's a big proponent of the of the fact that Zion is overrated.
He's not overrated. I'm just
scorer,
saying
as a
as a
scorer.
scorer, sure.
Because you say
he shoots 60%
How?
from the field, but he makes 60% of his dunks.
Because all he
Shaquille
does is
O'Neal
dunk.
did the same thing.
But Shaq is dominant. Come on.
Zion.
I'm sorry. I threw slander at Zion for no reason.
after an injured season. By the way, Zion got shit on for being like fat. Like he wasn't
Okay, it
even
doesn't
fat.
matter
Like,
even if he is fat.
He
He's
was
still
still
gonna be
dominant.
good.
He
Yes.
was like 320 pounds. but-
Okay,
It doesn't
no,
matter.
that's
320
one
pounds of
proportion. He was
muscle.
not
Yeah,
320
okay,
pounds.
I want a Big
I
Mac
feel like
now,
it's
let me tell
the
you.
same thing with
I
James Harden. People
am
take these
hungry.
bad
Paul, you want to
pictures
order
of
us some
him.
food? So, but no, I think I see Bi taking on the Chris Middleton role
Yeah, I
to
agree.
Zion's Giannis next year.
That's a
Is
good
Middleton the defender? Is Bi the defender?
I
of
think
Middleton?
Bi has the tools lengthwise. that
He is,
could
and
do
he is
it.
athletic.
And
where
he
he
is
could do it.
athletic because Chris Middleton, I feel like, isn't this crazy athlete. He's
Right.
also
He's just
not
a good
as
defender.
long. Pause. But I think that he's a great defender, and I
Yeah.
think Bi has that potential because he's
especially with the athleticism.
with the athletic,
could.
and he is so long. Like
Yeah.
he is like
Yeah.
he's like
He's
that.
he's like KD length.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Little Sunderman. I have the Nuggets at 5.
I
had him
Wait,
higher. I had him
slow
higher.
down, slow down.
I had him
Nuggets are
higher,
one.
but that's good.
Nuggets are one.
Nuggets are one.
Listen,
Listen to me.
This dude said we
Listen
were all
to me.
going to agree with him.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Paul, get over here.
The Nuggets, bro. You're not. You're
Okay,
kidding.
no, we'll get to your rankings
No,
later.
no. I gotta explain
This
this
is
now. I gotta
crazy.
explain this now before you think I'm blasphemous. Before you think I'm blasphemous. The Nuggets, without Murray and Porter, were the 5 seed, 6 seed.
You're right, Jokic.
6
I
seed.
don't care. Like
Jokic is the best.
No, there's two teams
Jokic
that are
is the
better
best
than them.
advanced stats player in the world.
Ever.
And ever. He will carry your team no matter who is on it with all the little stuff that he does.
was
With
so good.
Murray and Porter, Murray's a 22 point per game scorer and Porter is around like 18, 19.
Porter's overrated,
He could
though.
get better too.
MPJ is overrated, yeah.
MPJ's a
I don't
terrible
think-
defender.
Well,
He's a cone.
one
He's
of
a cone.
one of our best friends is a big MPJ fan, so he's big on rating MPJ. By the way, his on-off splits, he's got a net 16.4.
What does that mean?
So when he's on the court, when he's
shit, I
on
think
the
I
court,
get it,
he's
yeah.
plus 8.4 points. Like the team is winning 8.4 points. Like they're 8.4 points better than the
Yeah.
other team.
Yeah.
When he's off the court, his team is 8 points worse than the other team. So his on-off splits are 16.4.
Yeah.
He's insane. When he's
And
on
the
the court,
Nuggets,
he's a force to
the
be reckoned
Nuggets role players are really good too. Like besides what I said, Murray
This
and
year.
Porter, they're really good.
This
Aaron
year,
Gordon.
yeah. No, you're right. No.
Boogie is on the team, but Boogie's kind of washed. But he's not a bad backup.
Well, Zignaji is there. DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah.
Boogie is not on the team.
Ish Smith is honestly not a bad backup point guard.
Boogie's
And
not on the team.
KCP is good. KCP is good.
KCP's a good defender. Yeah.
They need defense. I think I had an asterisk next to them, by the way.
Okay.
Because
For
I don't know if
injuries?
Jamal and MPJ
Even
right
if
away are
MPJ
going to come back.
even
They
if
might come back
MPJ
with a
does
minute
play-
restriction or something like that.
MPJ doesn't matter.
Yeah. Now,
I'm kidding.
I-
But
Jeff
I don't
Jeff
like
Green's-
MPJ.
Jeff Green, he's still on the Nuggets, right? Jeff Green.
Maybe.
Daddy Jeff
Is he? Yeah.
He's
Uncle
good.
Jeff.
He's a good
Uncle
player.
Jeff.
Yeah.
He's a good player too.
I
He's, good,
think-
he's a good veteran.
I think even when all are healthy, shit, that's it. I'm a huge Jokic fan. That's actually. I might be with you with that. I
they
have
can't
them,
be the one seed.
but I have them in the same tier as my. I don't have them in the same tier as my.
I'm
one
going to
seed,
guarantee
actually.
you guys have the Clippers as the 1 seed. That is
Nope.
no.
I'll let you know. I'll
he
let you know.
definitely does. That's just not going to happen.
My 4 seed, the Dallas Mavericks.
I have them at 3. Yeah.
I think I like your explanation. I think the Nuggets are better now that you explained it, but I think the Mavericks have the potential. Luka MVP caliber season
Luka's
possibly.
like the second best
Yeah.
player in the world.
I
Third.
I have Jokic. I have Jokic
Yeah.
above. Yeah. But
no, not even
but
third.
Doncic is
Not
insane.
even third.
He's probably third.
You don't have Luka top 3?
Curry.
Oh my, Luka's better than Steph Curry at this point.
That's actually true.
At this point, Steph Curry's top 10 all time.
Curry just won a championship, so you got to give him that respect.
Luka just carried a lot of bombs.
Luka
to the Western
Luka took a
Conference
game
Finals.
from them
Okay.
without the
Took
support.
a game from him.
Actually,
One game.
that's a really good point, but I don't know. I don't
He's
know.
pretty, I mean,
You
he's top
might-
5. Let's say
I know,
he's top
I'm-
5.
Yeah, he's top 5.
He's
Yeah,
top 5, yeah.
You're right.
Most
You have a
definitely
point.
top
You have a point. I have the Clippers at 3.
Okay. I have the Clippers.
Yeah, I had the
Yeah,
Clippers at
Clippers.
1, but there's nothing crazy.
I have the Clippers at 5.
Really?
Yeah, because
That
Kawhi
is-
and Paul George, or mainly Kawhi, takes a lot
They're
of
probably
minutes.
the best.
Takes a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
minutes.
yeah.
They might be
Takes a
the
lot of
best duo in the NBA.
Paul George, by the way, was my first round pick in fantasy last year. I traded him.
He got
for-
injured immediately.
But I traded him for Brandon Ingram and for who's the other guy? Evan Mobley. Really great
Really
trade.
good trade.
That's a great
Wow.
trade.
I was wheeling and dealing. You go to the Barton for De'Aaron Fox trade, and then come on, that was
You got Barrett, too.
steal. I got
No.
R.J. Barrett from you or your brother.
I think my brother.
I did trade. I did
trade.
trade Tyrese Maxey though. That kind of
Ooh.
bit me in the ass.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was
yeah.
yeah.
It ended up being a 50-50 trade. Phoenix Suns are 2.
Phoenix
No,
Suns-
they're good.
Devin
regular
Booker is the
season
most
team.
overrated player in the league.
Phoenix Suns are 4.
I hate Devin
by the way.
Booker.
Big.
I got Suns at 4.
Suns at
Devin
4.
Booker,
I
I
can
will
see that.
never
I can
have
see
you
that.
on the pod, even if you want to be on it, which you never will. But no,
I think Devin Booker is massively overrated. We're doing give or take whatever you guys say.
would you rather?
Would you rather for NBA players? Devin Booker's not my player, but he's on there. Spoiler alert to you guys if you guys want to prepare for that. I know they're gonna have all this time while going through the rankings preparing for it. And then Golden State Warriors are my number 1. They're my number 1.
They're my number 2. Like they're still great. I don't know if they're gonna be the 1 seed because they very rarely, with just Steph Curry,
Yeah.
have been the 1 seed.
No, you're
in the
right.
regular season.
And-
Or they haven't, but
Yeah.
like they're rarely winning like consistently in the regular season.
You're right. I'm kind of, yeah. I was kind of doing it by strength of roster as well as where I think they're going to finish.
They lost GP2 and Otto Porter.
That
Those
was
are two.
They did get Dante DiVincenzo, though.
Kuminga.
If he ever comes back. The come bucket's there. You
I
got
love
Moses
the come
Moody.
bucket.
Yeah.
It's a
They're
great
both
nickname.
gonna take
That's a
steps
great
up.
nickname.
And Kevon Looney is one of the most underrated centers in the league.
love Kevon
Wiseman,
Looney.
Wiseman, if he's healthy.
I know you're a big Wiseman fan.
Oh, Wiseman's gonna come back great. I feel like.
All right. So what do you guys have for yours? And then we'll move on to the Would You Rather.
Yeah. So my Western playoffs, we don't have to go like in depth because we already did. But my playing teams: 10 Utah. They still have Donovan. They like.
No. We're talking about this. Wait, we can't go
I
through.
don't think we have to talk about.
No, we're
I don't
blasting
think
through.
we do.
That's even
I don't
crazier
think
than
we do.
Detroit.
Pause.
That's
I don't
that's
think-
crazier
Pause.
than Detroit.
That is
How?
crazier than Detroit.
That is.
How?
That is
Because the rest of the team is
Jazz.
Donovan could.
Okay, I love the Jazz. I love Donovan, but the rest
Donovan
of
is
the
my
team,
favorite player in the league. I don't care.
I can't say that because he's my favorite player.
Okay.
They can't have the same favorite player.
No,
Yeah.
but that is crazy because Donovan is not enough to make that team. They have no center except for Walker Kessler. He's a tall white guy.
Have you ever heard of Udoka Azubuike?
He's
Kansas
injury
legend.
prone. Injury prone.
Wow.
Their team is not
No,
good enough to be a playoff.
10 seed?
They're not making the playoffs.
10 seed
But
is-
they're in the play-in.
Okay, wait. I want to hear the
that's what I'm
rest
thinking.
just to see like
The rest, I got Portland at 9, Blazers at 9,
for a second. I think.
8 Pelicans, 7 Grizzlies.
Oh, I forgot he
Pause,
didn't have the
pause,
Lakers.
Pause. Sacramento and Los Angeles. Where are we?
They're much better.
we
than
already
the
went
Jazz.
through this. Why?
Okay,
Where?
the fact that you say the Utah Jazz.
Are better than the Lakers.
That
No
is crazy.
shot.
That is
I think-
crazy.
I think they will be.
better than the Kings.
Maybe not. Now I'm
no.
thinking about
Okay,
it.
Well,
how are they
that's
better
true. I
than the
did-
Lakers and not the
Yeah.
Kings?
Yeah.
I mean, the
LeBron
Kings.
LeBron James.
I know they have
Exactly.
LeBron.
Thank you.
Okay, listen.
He's missed like what?
Listen,
3
alright,
playoffs
listen,
in his
like,
career.
Listen. For something like that. No, listen though. The Utah Jazz's roster as a whole, it sucks. The Lakers roster as a whole also sucks. They just have LeBron and AD.
They're
and
going to
It's
take
enough.
Westbrook.
That's
but
enough.
the Jazz
But they're
are going
gonna
to
get hurt. I
No,
see
no,
the future.
but-
I
but-
literally see the
But the
future.
Jazz are going to tank.
Call
They're
me
looking to
They
get
are
rid of.
going
They're
to tank,
going to get rid of
yes.
Mike Conley. They're
They're
going to get
gonna
rid of
look to
Bojan
get rid of
Bogdanovic.
Mitchell, too.
They're going to look to get rid of Don. They're going to get rid of Donovan Mitchell at some
If they,
point.
okay,
Hopefully
okay,
not.
sure.
Hopefully not.
If they get rid of if they try and go into a rebuild, yeah, it'll be worse.
They're
And
trying to go into. They're trying to trade with the Knicks.
They're not. They say I saw on Instagram. They say they're not going to rebuild yet. They're going to keep Donovan for this season.
That's crazy with a. Oh, that's crazy right there.
They're still not
there's
going to
no
be.
way.
They're not going to be a playing team.
I don't see it.
I don't see
Unless
it.
Donovan
And
requests
I
to
love
trade
the
himself,
Jazz.
they're going to keep him.
Yeah, I'm a big Jazz fan too, but
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Yeah, so
Okay.
6, I got the Timberwolves. I say they're a really good team coming into the season with Gobert.
Wait, so you had the
I'm with
Jazz
that.
7?
10.
10. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Avoiding playing, I see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Clippers 5.
Yep.
Clippers and Suns, I feel like could be flip flop. Not looking
Yeah.
at it, but Suns are 4.
That was a good series a couple years ago.
Yeah. Dallas is 3.
Yep.
Warriors 2. Nuggets. I'm riding on the Nuggets. I really am.
Wow.
I'm telling you, they're a really good basketball team.
No, I agree. They're a good basketball team, but they're not better than the worst.
Okay.
Okay.
or the
we can-
Clippers or the Mavericks.
They're
Maybe
better,
the Suns.
They're better than the Clippers and Mavericks and regular season. What are you doing?
Paul.
Okay, what's yours, Pete?
10 Trailblazers, 9 Grizzlies, 8 Pelicans, 7 Lakers, 6 Mavs, 5 Suns.
6 Mavs.
Yes. 4 Wolves,
Low.
3
Low.
Nuggets, 2 Warriors, 1 Clippers.
I don't get the Clippers are 1. That's just me. I don't get the Clippers.
Have you heard of load management? Have you Paul George got injured at the end of last season? John Wall is great.
I
Reggie
forgot-
Oh
Jackson's
my
great.
gosh, I forgot they have John
To be
Wall
honest,
now.
I forgot about load management. But their team,
I can understand them being top 3. I think. I don't know.
I get, no, you're right. I guess I could put an asterisk next to them.
They
just
do have
because.
Norman Powell. They have Ivica Zubac. They have Marcus Morris. They are in the fucking luxury tax.
yeah.
Holy.
Batum is not bad. Marcus Morris is not bad. They got Rocco still. Like
Rocco, 46 points in a game last year? Something like that?
yeah,
Did he?
the rest of the team
something
wasn't
42,
there.
46.
And Rocco's a good defender still.
He was playing against plumbers and with plumbers at that point. Amir Coffee, the coffee shop, is insane.
The coffee
He
shop.
is a great. You know what? They're the 1 seed.
They're the 1 seed.
Amir Coffee's insane. Again on the fantasy team last year. Love Amir Coffee. You know, I'm with
Terrence
you now.
Mann?
Okay,
He's really good.
He can attest to this. We are at a Florida State. We were at March Madness a couple years ago. We're watching John Morant, and this was I was a big fan of Terrence Mann for a couple of years before this, but I forget when he came out, as a junior, sophomore, senior, whenever he came out. I'd watched him the year before and I liked him. And we were there watching the game, and I said, this guy is getting drafted in the second round. He's going to be good in the NBA.
Yeah, I called him crazy.
He called me crazy. He said, there's no way. He's not even getting drafted.
And then
him and my dad, they both said.
In the playoffs, he beat the Jazz single-handedly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he's a great, like...
Well, one game. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
Speaking
not
of
going to say
second
the
rounders
whole
that are
series.
really good, Desmond Bain.
Desmond Bain's very
30th
good.
pick. He was just in the
Oh,
first
was he?
round. I think so. But yeah, no.
He was a Celtic. We really could have used him.
But that is probably my best take of all time, is the Terrence Mann. I just want to shout that out so you guys know I have some validity.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so now we're going to go to the award predictions.
Only 3 awards, though.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we
Yeah.
kind of know your top 10, unless you want to go through yours.
Keep it short
don't-
and sweet. We're
yeah.
probably going to have similar players.
Yeah.
So for the 3 awards we're going to go through is Most Improved Player, the Rookie of the Year, and the Coach of the Year. We're going to give you the DPOI and the MVP later, and the Sixth Man of the Year later. So for Most Improved Player, I was trying to think of like some obscure or hard one.
We are the most improved podcast.
We
are
are.
the most
We're gonna
improved
That's our name.
have a big segment on this later, but this is our way too early prediction.
So
Yeah.
I have Anthony Edwards, just because I see him taking that. This is his second year last year.
Yeah.
I see him taking that huge lead, and he's just such a great player. I think he's going to be that number 1 option in Minnesota. And so I think that was the easy answer. I couldn't think really of any other one.
That is the easy answer.
It's the easy
I was-
answer. That's why.
I don't know if it's.
That's
the
why I
easy
didn't
answer.
like it.
I don't know if
think
it's the
it
easy
is.
answer.
He can average like 26 next year.
You could.
He's such a
That's
scorer.
why I said that.
He's a pure scorer.
I know that. Okay, go with your MIP.
My I have 2 because
That's fine.
I am really big on Anthony Simons. Like
Yep.
I loved him last
That's-
year when,
yeah,
when
that's
he started
true.
going off, and then RJ Barrett I think can be really good for the Knicks.
Yeah.
I had to throw in some love there. Yeah.
Big RJ fan.
No, like I feel like that's
Yo, don't cut that part out. Keep that in, guys.
I feel like that's really big. Like for the Knicks is RJ Barrett's improvement. So
And I think with a good point guard at the helm, AB was their
Yeah.
point guard last year. Love Alec Burks.
I love him.
Huge fan.
I
But,
love him too.
like, he's
Even
just such a legend.
Wish you
guy,
all,
right?
wish you all the
Yeah.
best.
Alec Burks,
in
come on the
Detroit.
podcast, baby. Detroit Piston, former Knick, former Utah Jazz, former Sixer too, right?
Former Warrior.
Former Warrior. He's
Yeah.
been
Oh,
everywhere.
Oh, Jazz too.
You
said
Sacramento.
Jazz.
He's played. A lot of
Conor
play- I
Smith.
love
Silly
him,
goose.
so I know a lot about him.
So yeah, I am looking at Anthony Edwards' stats here.
Sure.
If he jumps to 26, I could see it, but
Conor.
And
I-
the Timberwolves
I
gonna
like
be a
yours.
much better team too.
Yeah, he did average 21 last year.
Yeah.
21, 5, and 4. I think he's
I think
got
he
it.
can
He's
get
got to make
better.
that big leap.
Yeah.
But I can almost see him doing the John Morant thing, where he makes a big leap and it's just MVP conversation now. If the T-Wolves
Yeah.
are good, you know.
Yeah.
But it could also be like a Julius Randle type thing. People are like, "Oh, he just put up empty stats last year. Now he's putting up good stats for a winning team." It depends on how they see it. But he does have Cat, and so I don't know. I could see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like the one thing where the rest of his team is very good.
Yeah.
But I think he can be that number 1 option on
Yeah.
that team. Well, we saw the Warriors. I'm not saying this team is on that level.
Yeah.
Curry, KD, even Clay might have averaged 20 points during those seasons.
Yeah.
Which possible.
You're right. Yeah, they could all do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the Bucks had something like that too.
Yeah.
But
who's your most improved?
all right, so I did not have as much time to prepare as they did. I didn't really come into it, but I have Keldon Johnson
Oh, I love
for the
that.
Spurs,
Love
worst
that.
team in the
It's-
league.
Keldon Johnson, he just got paid $20 million, deserved all of it.
One of the best contracts in the NBA. And when we look 3 years from now, it's going to be one of the best contracts in the NBA. Most improved player.
A couple of years.
It's
Spurs-
not a bad take, but the thing is, even though most improved is not like.
I guess it is
it's-
record wise. Like the team
Yeah,
is going to be.
it's not as much
like,
record wise, but like
Yeah.
it's He
He can average like 20.
I mean, the team sucked last year.
like
too.
such as
Yeah.
Jeremy Grant on the Pistons when he averaged like 22
He
that
was
year.
on, yeah, he was in that convo.
He was in the convo, but he didn't
Yeah.
win because the Pistons were ass.
But I think that's kind of empty cat. Like, I don't know. Like, he chose to go to that team. I feel like more narrative wise, I feel like Keldon Johnson has that. But I also think this is one of the guys that I really think is going to take that next step, and like one of my favorite players in the league to watch. And I want him in fantasy. When we talk about fantasy, it's whatever. Tyrese Halliburton. I think he's going to be great. My rookie of the year is also from the Indiana Pacers.
Really?
Got
Yeah.
Mathurin.
So
I was looking at Tyrese Halliburton earlier, and I was like, he can make that jump, but the Pacers are going to be terrible. So
I think they're going to be a fun team. I think when
Even
people
Halliburton, I feel like his stats are going to be enough to get him there.
I think when people talk kind of like league pass teams.
Actually, is TJ McConnell still on the Pacers?
Yeah, he's a backup.
Oh, they might
he
be like
tore his ACL, I think, last year, something like that.
They could be like the 11th seed. They got TJ Leaf too, right?
No, he may have been out of the league for a minute.
Cares about TJ Lee.
But
I'm sorry, TJ.
last year's averages were insane. 15, 4, and 8 with 1.7 steals
When he
and
went to
half a
the-
block.
when he
And
went
then
to the
when he went to the Pacers, 17 and a half, almost 10, 1.8 steals, half a block, 50, 40, 85 as compared to
crazy.
45, 40, 84. Like,
And he is gonna have the keys to the offense.
he's going to have the keys to the offense. He's going to have the rookie of the year on his team. He's going to get whatever they get back for Miles Turner. He's going to have Buddy Hield or whoever they get back for Buddy Hield.
Yeah.
It's going to be his team. I can see him averaging. He averaged 15 last year. I can see him averaging 20 plus this year
Yeah.
I can definitely. Yeah,
with
too.
7, 8 assists, 4 or 5 rebounds.
He could be an
like
all-star.
he
I
could be
didn't
an
even think
like
about
that.
huge and he puts up great defensive numbers.
Yeah.
I don't know if that translates. I haven't watched enough Tyrese to. It doesn't really translate to the advanced stats as much.
Not at all.
But he gets steals. He's got a nose for the ball.
Yeah.
Fun to watch. I've got him. I've got Keldon Johnson. I had R.J. Barrett. And I'm a big fan of Josh Hart, too. I don't know if he's going to win Most Improved Player, but he's going to be fun to see on that.
Yeah, he's a
Trailblazers
good
team.
tool guy.
Yeah.
But I think Simons probably has a better chance. Yeah.
So I'll go into my rookie of the year right now, and I'm big on the Pistons this year, guys. And
You got Jaden Ivey?
Yes, Jaden Ivey is my rookie of the year pick
He's not
right
gonna
now.
have the ball now.
He played good in summer league.
Yeah.
From what I was seeing, and
Yeah.
I'm really good on the Pistons right now. Like I'm feeling Bengals. You know, I'm feeling Pistons are like the Bengals this year. They don't expect to
Wow.
be good at all.
Who
And
dey?
they're
Whoa,
they're
they're gonna
young-
make the championship.
No, okay.
Who dey?
Let's slow down. I think they're gonna make the play-in though, because like
It's not the same thing.
I'm gonna compare that to football right now, even though they're two completely different sports. But like Bengals and Pistons, both really young teams with Burrow and Cade as the leaders of both teams for the young pieces, with other supporting cast and like other supporting casts that can help them elevate to a playoff caliber team.
The Pistons don't have anyone.
It could be rushed,
The
though.
Pistons don't have anyone, I think, with as good of noses or nose tackles as like
As
DJ
DJ
Reader.
Reader, yeah.
They don't have a guy with the
Yeah.
nose like DJ Reader.
That's
with
true.
the schnoz like
Yeah.
DJ Reader. They're a couple people. There's a couple people.
My rookie of the year played better than yours in summer league.
Whoa!
Where you talked about that yours was good in summer league, mine was the best. Keegan Murray.
Mr. Murray, yeah.
I could
yeah.
see both of them. I could see
Yeah,
both of them.
I see no reason why he can't be the rookie of the year.
I could see.
Like,
Any of the top 5 winning.
yeah, a lot.
Any of the top 5.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
good players in this draft.
Because they're all on shitty teams. Like they all suck. Like all the
Yeah.
teams suck, and they're all going to start.
I mean, Detroit, like
Detroit sucks. They're all going to start. They're all going to put up good numbers. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna go Paolo,
I
but
think
then I was
Chet-
like, I want an answer that isn't
Yeah.
just.
I think
'Cause-
realistically, Chet has the.
and
No.
Paolo too. I
No.
think Paolo.
I
Chet's
got a
overrated.
hot take on Paolo. I think the shit that Javante Murray's talking to him could get into his head.
I don't
a little
think so.
bit.
I don't think
I
so.
feel like he could.
I don't care even if it does. He's gonna average 20 and like 10.
He's not gonna average 20 in Orlando. 20 as a rookie, that's really hard.
I think he might be the best player on that team. He's gonna be the
Maybe.
leader of the offense. He's gonna have the team.
Him and Franz are going to be a fun wing duo
Yes,
to watch.
that's true.
Franz is very good.
You know who I completely forgot for my most improved? Another guy. I'm going full Pacers. Jalen Smith.
Ooh, that's a good
Big
one.
fan of Jalen Smith.
I like that
That's
one.
pretty good one.
I don't know his splits since he joined the Pacers. I don't have him like Reese or like Keldon Johnson, but Jalen Smith I was a big fan. Had him in fantasy for a couple weeks. I did have him in fantasy just at the end there for the playoffs. On 4 attempts a game from 3, he shot 37%.
That's really
That's
good.
very good.
Really
Yeah.
good.
For whatever he is, power forward.
That's really good. 53 from the field.
and even
Yeah.
22 games, 4 of them off the bench. He had
No,
pretty good
4 of them
numbers.
started. 18 off the
4 of
bench.
them started.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's a guy I was a big fan of last year. Really happy that he re-upped with the Pacers and for such a cheap contract for them. But I like your rookie of the years. I'm staying for the Pacers though. Pacers are going to be one of my favorite teams to watch this year.
Yeah.
Benedict Mathurin.
I don't know who that is.
I wanted the Knicks to get him really, really badly. In the draft.
He went higher than I thought he was gonna go.
Same here.
That's true.
I was like really kind of sad that he didn't drop to the Knicks. I thought the Knicks may have traded up. I knew they wanted Ivy. So I'm like, oh, maybe they'll trade up, or they take Jalen Duren, who I thought they were gonna take at 11.
I would have loved Duren, even though we already have.
Happy they didn't get Jang. I was like, that's gonna be Frank Ntilikina all over again. It's got to be messed up because he's just from a France league. But what can you do?
I always hope guys prove me wrong, but
Coach
I didn't want Jang.
Yeah, Coach of the Year. What do you guys have?
I got Mike Malone.
God, that's a good one.
Did he?
That is, yeah.
He might have already won a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, well it doesn't matter.
Still,
I
I guess.
In the league.
Yeah, I had the Nuggets 3, but I think they're gonna be very good this year. I feel it. He's a great coach.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna be a great team. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
My coach of the year is finally showing some Celtics bias. It's gonna be Ime Udoka. I'll put money on it. He's definitely the Celtics gonna be great again.
Yeah.
And even though I have him as a 3 seed, they're still one of the top 5 teams in the league. And Coach of the Year should be Ime Udoka. Udoka going into next season. I feel like he should have the best odds.
Yeah. I got Jason Kidd.
Kidd's not bad.
I think.
Yeah.
I was so anti Jason Kidd. I thought he was a bad coach, especially when he was on the Lakers. The Bucks, I kind of felt it, but then they get Bud, and Bud is one of the best coaches in the league, top 5 in my opinion. So compared to Jason Kidd, I think Bud is what is and was the better option for that Giannis-centric team, packed the paint with Giannis and Brook Lopez.
Yeah.
But I think for this Mavericks team, he did such a great job last year and really didn't get his flowers. I feel like this year is going to be his year where people recognize they're going to see Christian Wood actually play defense in a system. Christian Wood has been on shitty teams his whole career, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Jason Kidd's a good defensive-minded
He's
coach.
a very good defensive-minded coach. They did a great job surrounding Luka with shooters. Reggie Bullock, big fan of Reggie Bullock. Tim Hardaway Jr.
Dorian Finney-Smith.
Dorian Finney-Smith, one of the best role players in the league by far.
Very underrated.
That's true.
Yeah, he got a great contract. They got a good team. I had him at 4. I could see them being higher.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see that team, and I think Jason Kidd's got a coach of the year.
Yeah, Luka could win MVP. He has just as good a chance as anyone else.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
Almost as good as Julius Randle, but not. Let's move on to Would You Rather. And since we're just on the topic of Julius Randle winning MVP, let's start with you.
I'll do my Would You Rather. By the way, Would You Rather, I got it from another podcast, so I don't want to make it that it's ours.
Pick a
It's
side.
not mine. Pick a Side podcast. Thank you for the idea.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Really good podcast.
So when we do this, I'm just going to say Julius Randle and then this other guy, and then you guys are going to say the name that you would rather have as a player.
Yeah.
Don't go into
Julius Randle.
Don't go.
Julius Randle.
Right now, too. We're not talking careers. Right now.
We're just right now. So
Julius Randle.
Don't give me 2 years.
Wait,
ago.
okay. Right now is in if I was starting a team, or right now if
Do
I'm
it
a
like
championship
whatever you
team,
think.
or who I think is the better player.
Everything
Like,
combined.
just in a vacuum.
Everything combined. Even next year, what you're gonna think's gonna happen.
Julius Randle.
So first guy, would you rather Julius Randle, Domantas Sabonis,
Julius Randle.
Julius Randle.
Jeremy Grant,
Julius Randle.
Julius Randle.
I'm a big Jeremy Grant fan too, actually.
Andrew Wiggins,
Wiggins.
Julius Randle.
Tobias Harris,
Julius Randle.
Julius Randle.
Jared Allen,
Jared Allen. Jared Allen.
All right, I'm gonna have to adapt. Jared Allen, the fro.
Yeah.
D'Angelo Russell,
Julius Randle.
Oh,
Julius Randle.
Yeah, Julius Randle.
I have them in the same actually tier for my tier list.
Russell Westbrook.
Julius Randle. I have them in the same tier in my list.
Julius Randle, Russell Westbrook going to next season?
Well, I mean, it's how you view Julius Randle, because a lot of people are like Julius Randle's overrated, or now at this point,
I really like.
I think he's
I
underrated.
really like.
I
Russell.
feel like they both have.
You
The
can
same,
say Westbrook.
even though he's
I
not.
feel like they
that
both
good
have the,
anymore,
both
I
have the
still
same
really like
situation
him.
where they both had off years last
Yeah,
year.
you can say Westbrook.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'll say Westbrook. Yeah.
Michael Porter Jr.
Julius Randle. Julius Randle.
MPJ. Yes.
Put Julius Randle on that team, see what happens. Put Julius Randle on that team, see what
I'm
happens.
sorry. I'm sorry, Julius. I'm sorry.
That's ridiculous.
CJ McCollum.
Julius Randle.
Yeah.
Julius
Randle.
That's crazy. That's
I'm really interested.
if I was not biased, I would have said CJ McCollum, because CJ McCollum's probably better than Julius Randle.
No, I think Julius Randle, because CJ is going to be with stars on his team, and Julius Randle is the star on his team.
I'm gonna have to go against the,
You said
the
CJ?
grain. I'm going CJ. I think CJ is more valuable.
Paolo Banchero.
Julius Randle. Hands down.
Julius Randle.
How many NBA games has Paolo Banchero played?
Yeah.
0. How many All-Stars has Paolo Banchero
I didn't put any
had?
rookies.
0.
I didn't put any rookies in my comparison for my.
I just did it to see what
0, Paul.
since I think he's going to be the best in his class.
0.
Vucevic.
Julius Randle.
Vucevic.
I feel like same situation. He had a no. I think they both had a great year. Then they both fell off.
Definitely Vucevic. Oh my!
I think that could have gone either way. The one that really was crazy about Sabonis is better than Julius. Wiggins is better than Julius.
Yeah,
that's
said
crazy.
Wiggins.
Yeah,
I
thank
said
you for
Wiggins.
saying Wiggins.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not my input. That's
It's a boner, baby.
I just put it in here. Kieran loves Julius, so I just wanted
Big
to see
Julius fan.
Julius Randle. I don't know, like why you said it so many times,
What do you
but
mean?
yeah, the fact that you said Michael Porter Jr. over Julius is
That was
delusional.
shot.
That's delusional.
You're delusional.
That's delusional.
How many All-Stars does Michael Porter Jr. have?
Oh my god! If you put Michael
Most
Porter
improved
Jr. on the
players.
Knicks, like Michael Porter
Wow.
Jr. could never do what Julius did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Glorified
he's
Kevin
not
Knox.
that type of player.
Glorified Kevin Knox.
Exactly. He's not as good as Julius. That's why he's not that type
Julius
of player.
Randle is a 4 and like he's a strong 4, like strong, like and
Yeah, MPJ sucks.
And,
That's why he's not strong.
and MPJ is a 3. He's a shooter.
Yeah.
They're
not-
they're
still-
not similar players at all.
Still, it's
Bad
close.
shooter, yeah.
I compared my player to other people of his position, and well,
I did like
one,
everyone.
You did
one
most,
that
yeah.
isn't.
Yeah,
really
I didn't
his
do like
position.
any guard
Okay.
except for McCollum.
So my player is would you rather Shea, Gilgeous-Alexander, Alexander, can't speak. So Jamal Murray.
SGA.
This,
SGA.
this is my that was my
SGA.
hardest one. I think it's Jamal
was
Murray though, not
SGA.
like yeah.
SGA.
Big
Fred.
Nuggets.
Fred VanVleet, Mr. Drake.
Fred VanVleet. Drake.
I'll say Drake. I'll say Drake.
You said
Yeah.
He looks
Why?
like Drake.
Drake
he
is
looks like
better.
Drake. He, look,
Don't be giving it.
He
There
looks
is
good.
no- Fred VanVleet.
he looks like Drake. I'll go
Fred
VanVleet.
VanVleet over Murray.
Yes. Yep.
Over-
Fred VanVleet
over
is better than
SGA.
both of them. And both of
SGA.
them.
Well, I know, but like you're saying you
I'd
wouldn't
rather
have
have him over both.
Yeah,
of them.
VanVleet's
wouldn't
better
have
than
Murray,
Murray.
but you'd have okay.
Yes,
VanVleet's-
I would rather have Fred
VanVleet's
VanVleet.
a great player.
VanVleet
He's a
is
good defender,
that
too.
guy. He's got that
Okay,
dog in him.
okay,
He's him,
okay.
bro.
All right. De'Aaron.
He is a kid. De'Aaron Fox.
SGA.
That one's also tough. DeJounte.
DeJounte.
Yeah. Tyrese.
Halliburton.
Yeah.
Oh, Reese. Yeah.
I knew you were gonna say that.
SGA.
Darius Garland.
DJ.
DG.
LaMelo.
LaMelo.
That's tough.
That is
Oh,
tough.
I feel bad saying
I have
that.
Shea.
I feel
have
bad
Shea.
saying that because I
have
love
Shea
SGA.
over LaMelo right now. Cade.
SGA.
SGA, yeah. Kate is
Yeah.
improving.
I think next year, Kate's going to be better.
Maybe.
Because SGA is so injury prone, too.
I
That's
feel
a
like
big
SGA is
thing.
going to have a
Yeah.
huge year.
RJ Barrett.
SGA.
Yeah.
Or SGA, yeah.
I'm a big Knicks fan and RJ fan, not as much as
And
Julius, though.
even though he's a veteran, Ja Rule Holiday.
Drew Holiday. I'd rather have Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday has more championship equity.
I'll say
Yeah.
SGA even though Drew Holiday's a better player.
I'm going to say SGA even though Drew Holiday's a
Because
better
I'm
player.
taking everything into account.
And Drew Holiday has won a
I'm taking-
championship. And
No, I'm taking next year
he's-
into account. I'm taking just
Drew Holiday's going to be
SGA
better
is a
next
player.
year, too.
Shea has not been on a good team since he was drafted by
still
the Clippers.
SGA's a great
That's
player.
facts. Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. I thought since the jersey, this is a Levine jersey, would you rather Zach Levine? All right.
Sounds good.
Jaylen Brown.
Jalen Brown.
Jalen Brown.
It's not even
Baby.
close.
Devin Booker.
Devin Booker. I don't even like Devin
That
Booker.
one's. I don't like Booker, and I also am not the hugest Zach Levine fan.
Yeah.
But Booker really he's a big Kobe guy, but he couldn't
Big
do it.
Kobe
He couldn't
guy.
do it Game 7 against the Mavs. So I'll go with Zach Levine.
I agree with that take. I know we're not supposed to elaborate much on this, but I think I was watching someone the other day on TikTok, but they said that like Booker is a glorified Zach Levine. Like if Zach Levine had the point guard on his team, that's Devin Booker. We're looking
Yeah.
at the same person.
Except
So-
Zach Levine's way more athletic.
You're right, much more
Yeah.
athletic. So, and Levine was almost 50, 40, 90, not last year, but the year before. Like,
Yeah.
Levine is...
Did Levine ever
That
score
guy.
70?
He's that guy.
Levine never scored 70, you're right.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
James Harden. Zach
Harden.
Levine.
Levine.
Harden.
Levine.
Harden. That's crazy.
It's
That's
gonna be,
crazy.
It's going to be big for your ears right there. That one was tough. I think a lot of these are tough. Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan
Donovan.
Mitchell. Don't
Donovan.
even bring that up. That's
Donovan.
crazy.
Donovan.
That's crazy that you even brought that up. Get out of their show. He's not even on the same level as Levine. I mean, Levine's not on his level.
I agree.
Second most attractive man in the league.
Not even like.
Well, that's
Levine
a hot
isn't
take.
even on James Harden's
not a
level.
hot
I don't know.
That
Okay,
is.
we're getting off topic.
I don't think
We're getting off
anyone
topic. Yeah.
agrees with you ever.
One of my good friends does. Let me tell you, Bradley Beal.
That's a good one.
I'm
say
going.
Beal.
I'm going Bradley.
I said
Yeah.
Booker, so I'm gonna say Beal.
I'm going Bradley.
I'm going Levine. All right, this is one of my favorite. Chris Middleton.
Middleton. I haven't said Levine once.
That's really hard.
I know, these are all like really hard. Most players are at the same.
I think I'd have to go with Levine right now, even though Milton has that championship
fine.
experience.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
It's a shitty take. Dejounte Murray.
Murray.
Levine.
Woo! That one's hot too. I like that.
It's Levine.
Mac is smart.
It's not even close, Levine. It's not even close. The fact you brought him.
Okay,
up.
hold on. The impact.
That's crazy.
The
I got Marcus
impact-
Smart.
Celtics bias coming out of me. The impact, Marcus Smart for sure.
I don't care about the
What he
impact, bro.
does,
Marcus
what
Smart
he
does
does for
nothing.
what he does for the
He's a
fans and the
DPOY, that's
franchise,
it.
Marcus Smart.
He stole that DPOI from
He's-
Giannis, Gobert,
He's
everyone.
if Patrick Beverly was on the Celtics.
Thank you.
That's
He's
just
a
not
bad.
true.
Pat Bev
That's
isn't
just
even
not true.
good.
I like Pat Bev. That's just not true.
I'm sorry, Marcus Smart.
I'm going with Zach Levine, but that's like
I just killed him. Come on.
I got Marcus Smart. I'm gonna be honest.
What?
His defensive
That's
presence
crazy.
is really good. 3J McCollum.
3J?
Mm-hmm.
You mean CJ? Okay.
right now it's Zach.
Yeah, I'll say Zach. First time. Wait, no, I said Zach last
Now the
time.
other Reese, Tyrese Maxey.
Or Tyrese Maxey.
Right now it's Zach.
I think Tyrese
with
Maxey is
that.
a better player.
And with that,
It's not crazy though to say Levine.
but
A lot of crazy things.
yeah.
Wait.
We just. But I think we went through that list. You said Levine
3 times.
Maybe twice.
maybe twice.
I
in that whole
said
list.
I said Smart and McCollum.
Smart McCollum.
I said though he's better than those two.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But that about wraps up the
That's
first
the
episode of the Most Improved
Improved
podcast. We hit our most improved players.
Yeah.
Again, if we want to kind of highlight ours again, I said Tyrese Halliburton and Keldon Johnson.
What did I say?
Oh my god.
I guess I'm not. Oh, I said Anthony Edwards. I'm sorry.
And I said Anthony Simons or RJ.
Yep. We went through our teams. My hot take was Spurs are going to be the worst team in the league. I had Warriors number 1 in the West, Celtics number 1 in the East.
I think my hottest take was Pistons being 10 seed.
Yeah, I would say so too.
But like I'm
Whenever you said
really
the Jazz being the 10th seed, that's crazy.
That's hotter. That's
That's
hotter.
not. That's
That's
not
crazier,
hotter.
yes.
That's not hotter.
Yeah.
That's their current roster, not hotter. But also, if I'm going with current roster, I should have put Nets in the playoffs.
Yeah,
but like,
it's alright,
It's,
it's
yeah.
Lakers in the playoffs.
No.
We can bend it to however we feel.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much for watching. Again, these two are going to be your hosts for future episodes, no matter what. I won't be in every single basketball podcast. I'll try to be, but we had a great time today, and we can't wait to bring more MIP action to you. Appreciate it. Peace.